What? You were doing a countdown, so I was just keeping it going. I thought we were doing like a Ron Jeremy thing here.
God, no! Stop! All right, there we go. The buttons are all fucked up on the board now. It keeps doing the robot voice. All right.
The robot voice is so bad.
I know. It's the... What's this?
Is this the...
Yeah.
That's worse.
Oh,
God!
no.
Stop. All right.
Too many buttons.
Too many buttons.
Too many buttons. And one sticky. On this episode, we have the great, the wonderful, probably listener number one besides Nate,
Ooh.
Mitch. How do you
They
pronounce your
can't
last
all be number one.
Mitch.
This is
Kangas.
participation trophy, Mitch.
Okay, so what's your last name, Mitch? How do you say it?
It's Kangas. Kangas.
Ass.
Yep, exactly.
Not Kangol, but Kangas.
Kangas. Where is that?
Like Kansas with the G. It's a
that makes more
Finnish.
sense. It's Finnish.
Finland. Yeah, Finland.
You do look like you're Finnish.
Yeah.
But the Finnish.
I seen that blonde hair. I'd be good.
I was like, you don't have blonde hair, do you? I was like, what the fuck? Anyway. Okay. Anyway.
You do have.
I dye it.
You do have all your hair though, so that's actually
that's good.
Nice.
Yeah, you're not.
Not balding yet.
Nope.
Yet.
Yeah, me and my barber have an agreement that if I start going bald, he's gonna cut it all off. And every time I'm like, how's it looking back there? He's like,
That's gonna be a red,
I know.
fucking shiny dome.
It's gonna look like a dog dick. It's just on top of
Like,
my fucking
yeah.
head.
Look like
Yeah.
a little red rocket.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it's
it
gonna be
will.
bad. Yeah.
Especially the way you sweat so
Fuck off.
profusely.
God, it's so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. So Mitch, who the fuck are you and why the fuck are you here?
Let's see. I'm just a regular dude. Live here in Oklahoma City.
Yep.
Married. Got a little kid at home.
A 1-year-old.
A 1-year-old.
Just had her birthday party.
Yep.
Not too
Back
long
in
ago. You
April.
invited a bunch of bikers.
Yeah,
to her.
nobody showed up.
Yeah,
so,
I
Well,
was-
yeah, because that's kind of weird. It's
He was trying to have support from his friends, you bunch of
He's like,
assholes.
don't make me go through this alone.
I was like, I'm stuck with all these little kids now running around.
You're like, fuck! Yeah.
I'm going outside.
Yeah. You're like, I gotta go.
I have kids, so I understand what's going to happen. It's going to be like somebody's going to get picked up, and then the other one's going to pick me up, and pick me up. And then
I wanna go
me,
outside, no inside.
Yeah, and you're like,
Yeah.
I just
This is too much.
want to
Punt
take a
some
long
kids.
drive off a
Like,
short
is this
cliff.
over yet?
Yeah.
Did you ever look at your wife at any point of it and go like, how much longer did we wrap up?
Oh, yeah.
No, I was lucky. A dude from work came.
Oh,
and
nice.
Pretty much hung out with
Yeah.
him the whole time.
We
Shout out to Matt.
Mitch is like, the real homie came.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to drive to New Mexico to pick up somebody.
New Mexico.
No, that this was weeks after.
this is-
Don't
yeah,
even.
Yeah. No, we actually alluded to that on the last podcast we did, and then we still haven't finished the story. But anyway,
Be
so
like, I know
Mitch,
where you live.
You do know where I live. I know where you kind of live. I remember enough to where I could get back to your house again. But so this Mitch, you're kind of the quiet. You're the I wouldn't say background, but like the strong, like come in at the last minute and punch up a joke.
No, he was a sleeper. Like total
Yeah,
sleeper cell.
Yeah.
Like quiet, like never would have thought. And then we get you in a party situation and you're
Party
like,
Mitch. Can we talk about
Yeah,
Party
yeah,
Mitch?
pretty
you're,
bad.
You're like a
Yeah.
fucking stepdad. You come out swinging
Yeah.
and like somebody's getting it. And
Yeah, I was
I'm
on
here
one that
for
night,
it.
buddy.
Dude,
Yeah.
my favorite part about that is that when you started like swinging around, you were so fucked up. You were just doing it really poorly, and I was like, "Yeah, he'll tugger himself out in about 30 seconds." I've seen
you
that.
And it happened.
almost got Gilly. Like
Yeah.
Gilly almost got because you came out swinging, and it was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And everybody's scattering.
down. They're
Just
like, give him
kick that door open real
Dude,
quick.
you kicked it open like you were in the Spartan in 300.
Oh, dude, it ain't my first time kicking the door
No.
open.
we could tell.
And then there was some form behind it.
Then you came out swinging like a stepdad, and I was like, I thought you were gonna get Gilly, and then you started going after him, and then you
Like, I know it was you, Cody.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, and
and then you almost took out a bumper. And,
yeah, with your face, and then, and so what
I
we're talking.
wouldn't blame you for getting him though,
No.
since he left you with your dick in the dirt, just
damn
face
it.
down.
He
like that.
made sure to make up for it, Ed.
OFR.
Yeah.
I
He's
had
like,
a
I'm-
witness. Do you remember when I called Austin to come over and watch?
You're making it in there tonight, dang it.
Yeah. And then you were fighting with me about your rain fly because it got trapped underneath, and I was like, "Hey, stop! No, like it's not completely sealed. You're gonna get bugs in there." And you're like, "No."
I have to
This
say,
is a new tent.
I
Yeah.
have to say at OFR, one of the few people there that was,
sober.
Relaxing.
Yeah, chilling.
Only drinking, the beer. And as I'm walking back to my tent and you had gone back to yours, and as I'm getting by it, I will stop and I grab your tent and I shook it and I was going, because we were talking about bears. And all I hear from the inside of your tent is, what the fuck? And you start like scrambling around and I ran to my tent and jumped in.
You're scared I was going to jump out of there real quick.
Yeah.
Who was this?
You were going to come out swinging and I was like, I'm not
getting this today.
I'm not catching a fist to the face for
the joke.
For the joke, yeah.
Then Blake did the same thing.
Oh,
Dude,
really?
With the shark mask when he stuck his face in your tent.
I forgot about that.
With the glow sticks all over the shark mask, and you were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's when I got up and I was like, I better get up and see what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So we'll rewind back a little bit. So we go to Fast Life, the last Fast Life, which might have been the best, might have been the worst. I don't know. And so a bunch of the
more towards the worst.
So we go and Mitch is inebriated on some tequila, and
half
that's my kryptonite right there.
we found out.
It's so good though.
Yeah, it was good tequila. Mm-hmm. And so he's party mitched out, and he's going to fucking go to bed. And I kind of was stumbling around because I'd been drinking whiskey and smoking a little bit of the, what do they call it? The jazz lettuce.
Jazz cabbage.
Jazz cabbage. I was smoking a little bit of the
devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce. I just call it fucking pot, like a normal individual. But anyway,
broccoli.
The pamphlet I got in high school was calling it Texas tea, which I thought was the dumbest shit I ever heard. But whatever. So I find Mitch. Mitch has come out of the bathroom or the porta potty, and you're stumbling around our campground area. And I was like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" And you're like, "I'm trying to go to bed." I'm like, "All right." So I was like, "Hi, well, let me get you over to your tent." And we walk over to your tent, and I'm like, "You good from here?" And you're like, "I got it." And I was like, "He's a grown-ass adult. He's technically older than I am.
Yeah.
He's got it." And so I turn around and fuck off. And then like 30, 40 minutes later, somebody comes over and like, "Dude, did you see what happened to Mitch? He's just fucking face down in the dirt." I'm like, "No, he's not. There's no fucking way."
Yeah.
Hey, I was halfway in the tent.
We have a lovely picture of it.
Yeah, we do. That's good.
Infamous picture there.
Yeah.
Infamous picture.
So then I got shit on for a while because I let you hanging. So then at OFR, I was like, "You're
in there."
Yeah, I made sure he was going to be in his fucking tent.
Yeah.
So you get done partying. Mitch is winding down, and I had another buddy. Well, we had another buddy, Austin Augie, and he is there. I was like, "Hey, come over here and look at this shit real fast." And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "I got to make sure Mitch is in the tent, and I'm not the only one that said it." And so
I have to say, so when you were halfway in your tent at Fast Life, as I was taking the picture, I noticed you have this really nice fan.
Oh, that thing is awesome.
And
I thought you were going to say ass or some shit.
No. It was this really nice fan. And so I kind of kicked you to make sure you were alive, and you kind of... And anyway, when I was going to bed, I went over and I kind of peeked in your tent. And this is when you actually were like... You
made it in the tent.
You had made it in the tent, but you stood up and you were like coming out of the tent. And you're like, "I got to pee." And I'm like, "Just pee right here." And you're like, "No." And I'm like, "Okay, do you want me to help you with the porta potty?" "No, I got it." And you go stumble in the porta potty. And I was like, "Motherfucker, I was coming over to jack your fan because you were passed the fuck out."
That's a fucking
You would
dick
have
move,
never have
dude.
known. And I was going to just be like,
So I'm just half awake,
yeah.
sleeping.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So at one point, because I stripped down to just my boxers, and was it you that watched me fucking scurry across the porta potty?
Everybody watched you scurry across. I don't know what you're... And there was no scurrying. You did your fucking perfect posture with your straight back.
Yeah. Trying to say this motherfucker.
Walking your lily white fucking ginger ass.
Blinded by the sun right there, probably.
Blinded by your shirtless self.
So-
and we're all like, what the fuck?
So I had gone in my tent. I was asleep. I woke up. I had to piss like nothing else. And I was originally just going to piss outside my tent. Because the first night we were there, you weren't behind me. So I had done that like at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I got up and I was like fucking hammered. And I'm like, "I'm going to piss." "Mitch, no." So I walked over to the porta potty and I was just like barefoot barefoot in the porta potty. Let's just talk about.
Oh, that's nasty right there.
Yeah, dude, I didn't
There's
get-
probably half my piss in that porta potty.
Dude, it was
Yeah,
you know, and then it was raining a little bit, so I was like, God damn it! And I fucking washed my feet off. I was like, all right, whatever. Fucking,
Ugh.
you know,
Surprised
motorcycle.
you haven't lost a foot.
Well, and you're looking a little green. So Mitch, we had talked about all the guests that we wanted on, and I had jokingly at one point said, Mitch, come on, and because I thought it'd be funny because I love hanging out with you, but you're just awfully quiet, and then we made a joke about it on Kangas.
And I was like, fuck you guys.
he's like, I'd talk, and I was like, so here's the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just super introverted until I get to meet a bunch of people, get comfortable. You
You
guys
make some friends.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Then you
Yeah.
fell in with this group of fucking assholes.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
having a great time, buddy.
and then you're like, I can't come out and play. My wife said no.
we were just talking about that before you got here.
You're like, you're gonna see them all weekend.
And spoiler alert, you saw us for fucking one night because you
Yeah.
left early.
I was like, I'm hot. I'm going home.
Dude, it was miserable.
so
at
bad.
LFR. I went home later that day.
Yeah,
And
you were the only one that
somebody-
stayed.
Somebody
Yes.
was like, "What do you mean you're leaving?"
Fuck you.
And I'm like, "Yeah, it's hot. Fuck you. My,
Yeah.
my back hurts."
so,
Like, I'm hungover. I'm going home and sleep in my bed.
I brushed my teeth with Bush Light. This day has sucked.
yeah, we both brushed your teeth. I had scope that I'd stolen out of like one of the little tiny travel ones. I stole it out of a fucking hotel from someplace because I had my little hoe bag I take all around the world with me, and I just take soaps and shit. So I had this little bottle of scope, so I like hit that, and I was like, oh, it's still not good.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, you had a can of Bush. I don't remember if I had Yingling that was also apparently a year to 2 years old.
It was still better than that.
yeah, the Bush.
For the farmers.
That apple bush.
Did you have
talking-
apple bush up there?
No, I didn't have that.
No.
I was gonna say, was there
No.
apple bush up there?
I didn't see any. I saw some of the peach.
Ugh,
Oh, yeah.
brother. Ugh.
Yeah.
I just remember you guys bringing over one beer and it's like, this is not good.
Yeah.
pouring the whole
that,
thing out.
That was me.
What beer was that?
The farmer beer for the bush for the farmers, the corn beer.
It
It was like most of that trailer.
I thought I saw a bush. I was like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
there was a
I
lot of-
took it out and because there was so much and it was like getting down where it was the only thing and I'm like, shit. Like, let me try this. It can't be that bad. Yeah,
It's bad.
it was bad.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
no
you
wonder
could
it's
get,
left.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know you could still get 3.2 beer.
yeah. I think
It's probably just that old.
so like,
no, I think-
well, I mean, 'cause
I
it's-
think they ordered it. It picked up in Kansas. Or
yeah, something like
that's why.
that. And then, because like that was the thing that Spanky and I were joking around about was like we were both pounding fucking beers Friday night, and I looked over at him. I was like, "Look, man, I know I drink a lot, but like I should be fucking housed."
Yeah.
And he was like, "And you're not." And I was like, "Yeah, I had probably 40 fucking beers right now."
Yeah,
Like, and it's
because I
not,
was like that too. I was like, is it that hot that I'm just sweating it out?
That's probably it. Probably
mean,
too hot.
it
Had
was-
that
it was-
3.2
there was-
beer.
there was
that
that
too.
but
But I'm like, what the
fuck, dude, it was so bad.
Yeah.
And at the night, everybody's just shirtless up there.
Shirtless
You were
party.
bare-
I walked
Barefoot
up.
and
I walked
shirtless.
up barefoot.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to go see what everybody's doing up there. After Blake woke me up.
I was halfway pissed off because I was like, I told you to go to sleep. And I was like,
I want to see what's going on, man.
Well, and I looked at everyone else in the group and I was like, I have a witness. I got him in the tent the first time. I'm not gonna I can't keep putting him. So it was even better because like drunk Mitch was partying and you would be like, I'm gonna go lay down now. We're like, okay, cool. Well, we'll see you in the morning. And then you'd go lay down for 30 minutes, an hour. I don't know how long it was. And then
He's
just
like-
show back up and I was like, Mitch is back.
He's like disco nap.
Yeah, exactly. Just had a little power nap. Power nap, good to go.
I was like, go sleep on one of the benches and just come
No,
back
man.
over here.
And
There were,
everybody
like
up there.
people just like I was walking to the tent and there were just people like randomly out in the woods.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
You had Matt just out like on a walkabout
Yeah.
without a shirt on.
Yeah,
You know,
his
looking
white-ass
walking
pants.
around with his eyes all wide open. I'm not fucked up, and it's like.
I think you're fucked up,
Oh,
dude.
okay,
Yeah.
man. And come around and like Dirty's sitting behind his tent and or crouched behind his tent. And it's like, whoa, okay.
Hey,
and,
buddy.
and he's like, the breeze feels so good. And I'm
It's
just
so
like,
hot.
Yeah.
like,
Did you set your tent up the right way? No, you
No,
didn't
I-
because you had to set it the same
I had the
way.
wrong way.
Yeah, so
There's like a sauna inside there.
yeah.
Good thing I had that fan.
Dude, it didn't not. So I had mine set the right way. And it was still on it.
do you have dual breeze? Like, do you have a net on the other side of your little tiny tent you fucking got?
No.
Oh, well, that's probably part of it.
Well, no. The whole top of mine is
a mesh.
a mesh, but when I put like the rain fly on it. It
Oh,
was
dude.
like a sauna.
Well, and like,
I was like, I didn't want everybody just to be able to see my butthole all.
Did you get
at the
buttholed?
time?
That's
No, I had my rain fly on the whole.
Yeah, I had my rain fly on, and then
then
Bell stuck his head in my tent. I can see your butthole.
I could see your butthole.
Don't
was yelled
hide
at me.
it.
And I was like, I remember going over and rolling over like, did you pull my pants down? Because I was wearing boxers.
Because I ended up stripping down to my boxers because I was like, it was so fucking hot.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God, laying there all just hot, sweaty. And I had that fan, which that fan came in clutch.
Oh yeah, I need to get that back from Cal. It's at his shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the shit I talked about, those camp fans. Like,
Oh, dude, you need one camping.
Oh, I
Hold on. Okay. So I do not get to camp a lot. I used to camp when I was a little kid, but like not a ton. And then so Spanky and I have been camping more, and we've done it during like the winter or nicer months.
And footnote, I've camped a lot.
You have
Like a lot.
I love it.
I
camp.
love it too. I love it too.
And you can, even when it's hot, like if there's a lake or something like that, like you just hang out. It's fine. You can usually make it through it. But so like I do a lot of like lake houses, shit like that. Like it's a bunch of buddies. We're going out. We're not going to all tent camp.
That's
Shit like
Bunch of glamping.
That's called glamping.
Yeah.
You freaking lady.
Pussy camping.
Yeah, pussy
yeah,
camping.
pretty much.
Well, no one wants to be in the fucking tent most times. So anyway, so get all this camping gear, and I'm going through it, and I'm like, hey man, what fan should I buy? And he was like, you don't need a fucking fan.
It's like,
You
goddamn
pussy.
You pussy.
And he was like, blah, 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 blah,
Only
blah.
pussies have fans.
So
Everybody has a fan.
everybody
Oh, yeah.
has a fan.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So at Fast Life, I was like, man, it would have been fucking great if I had a goddamn fan. I forgot to get one. And then, so we're unpacking all our shit for fucking OFR. What's this motherfucker pull out? A fucking fan. And I was like, you piece of shit. And he's like, I'm old now. I just need a fan.
Yeah.
The
That
fucking
thing-
rickets are attacking me.
That thing was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're clutch.
They're
Dude,
so
like-
clutch.
And it's like the one I got has like the solar panel where you can set it up and it'll kind of recharge. It takes all fucking day to recharge, but it'll
I burned that battery out so fast
Yeah.
that night because I was like, high blast. Because
see you do gotta do it on the medium one.
I did it on a medium for a little bit, and then
Well,
my
yeah,
camp
you're-
pillow died.
You're retarded, so we understand.
So you just get one with batteries, just replace
I
them.
thought about it. I had that DeWalt one that's like for the 18 volt, and like that I have actually used that like for a 3-day weekend with 2 18-volt batteries, and that motherfucker, like you can crank it all the way up and it will go one battery lasts a night and a half. And I was like, I need to get one of those.
Yeah, the good thing about my fan is that the batteries will charge your phone as well.
Yeah,
So,
which
Yeah,
mine doesn't.
my-
Yeah,
Yeah.
The one
Does it
I
do?
got you can use it as a power bank too.
yeah, because the KZP does not have a cigarette charger on it.
and you can just recharge the batteries whenever
He's
you're riding
just
too.
like,
Dude, I was so shout out to Ricky and Ricky Sanchez, Zach Steele, because like
Dirty Sanchez.
Dirty Sanchez. So you guys all leave Saturday. I am left to my own devices because Nate and Billy and Matt and a bunch of those guys leave.
Yeah,
so it's
we all
We're like,
everyone
we're
left.
going home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Harrison,
hot outside.
Hanson, Burrito. So it's just Dirty, Bell, and myself from our little group. And I didn't. So Zach and Ricky walk up and they're like hanging out and bullshitting, and they're like, "We're gonna cook some steaks." Well, and all of my fucking wisdom, I forgot at any point in time to pull out any cash. So I had to bump. I still owe you $20.
Yeah.
So I had to pull out. I didn't pull out any cash. So when we went to the little convenience store, I was like, "Can I get some cash?" And they're like, "We don't have an ATM." I was like, "Can we do cash back?" And they're like, "No."
Like,
I
no.
was like, "Sell me something for $30, give me 20 out of the till, and then you can keep the other 10. That's your ATM fee." And the little lady was like, "No." And I was like,
That's illegal.
I don't know what. She was just like, I'm like, "I'm not robbing you. I'm trying to get money from you." And I was like, "Whatever." So you leave, and I forgot to be like, "Hey, I need money before you leave, Dad." so I was just like, I guess I'm just gonna go to the convenience store to get food here in a little bit.
I'm sucking dick tonight.
So I was like, "Wait, whatever." Well, and they had like PayPal or whatever at the little barbecue thing, but I was like, whatever. So like,
That place was not good.
oh no, dude.
No.
I like they were nice, but
I don't
like,
know if that was up to the.
yeah, dude.
Sanitary.
The hamburger was okay that I got.
The breakfast burritos,
Friday.
man.
Yeah,
They were kind of rough.
That
dude.
that made for.
And I don't know. Okay, here's
And it was not just the burrito that was rough. It was the shit I had to take in the oven, of a bathroom. That was the rough.
I'm trying to have a sip of my beer. And
Oh, I
I'm about
know.
to fucking bukkake fucking
that
Mitch.
fucking oven was like 275 degrees.
People walking in and out the whole time.
Oh my
You're like,
God.
Oh no, I went to
No,
the
both
one-
of them were that bad.
I went down to the clean one,
the
down
Cadillac
by
and poop installs.
the boat ramp.
Yeah.
But it's like a black building in the middle of a parking lot. So you walk in, and
Dude,
it's
and
just
there's
like,
no open windows. There's
it was
no
like
vents.
it was like Satan's toilet. It was clean, but
I think it was purely clean by the sweat of everyone that went in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
'cause
I went in there and I just started pouring. So I was like 5 pounds lighter, not from the shit I took, from the
Dude,
sweat I lost.
no
yeah, I never
shit.
made it up to that one.
So I walk in. So I ride the KZ up with my helmet. So I always ride with a helmet on because it's my luck. I'd fucking go down at 5 miles an hour and be like, "Hi guys, how it going?" So I'm right up there with all my shit.
What happened to your face this time?
Oh fuck yeah, no shit. So I ride up, and then I was gonna go change and then jump in the fucking lake with Shelby and hang out with him for a little bit and the other people that were over there. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a shit." So I walk in there, shit, changing my swimming trunks and all that shit. And there's this family that saw me walk in, and then saw me walk out, and the dad just turned all the kids around. And was like, "Get in the truck." I was like,
We're leaving.
Yeah, I was like, does it
Degenerate
look-
bikers.
Yeah, I was like, does it look that bad? And I'm like pale, but also incredibly red and sweaty. And I was like, God
Yeah.
damn, it's bad.
Me and Belle just stripped down our boxers and jumped in.
Yeah,
Like,
should have done that. Yeah, because we
Felt good.
yeah, because I would say the lake was fucking nice. That,
Except there's no ladder on that ramp, so
trying
to pull up on that
thing. That was my worry. Because like, dude, like I did that at
Help.
Eufaula. There was a little slip over by our lake house that we stayed at, and like everyone's like, just go jump. And I'm like, I don't jump in the water. I don't know how
Yeah.
to swim. So I
This,
kind of.
this motherfucker, before we go, he's like, I wonder how deep it is. I'm like, it's a goddamn lake.
You gonna keep bringing this up on every goddamn
yeah,
episode?
I am.
You
Well,
dick.
Well, how deep is it?
get him some
It's
floaties.
a lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
They
I'm
had
gonna
a
get
bunch
him
of
some-
life vests, and I thought about grabbing one for a second because
Me
I
and-
feel way better in a life
Me
vest.
and Shelby are going to teach him how to swim.
You
Yeah.
and everyone else has told me that. No one's ever provided me with
Yeah,
swimming
but
lessons.
Shelby will get you out of the boat.
Yeah, he's going to get out of the boat and then just jump in the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Shelby was like, I'm taking you on the drag boat.
Supervised.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll take you on the drag boat and make you figure it out how to get back. I was
Yeah.
like, God damn.
Or put you on a tube on the back. That's what you need
Dude,
to do.
I have, so I'm assuming you probably have tube before, haven't you?
I have.
I feel like you've done most adult things.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a boat whenever I was younger in Stillwater.
Oh, yeah. Where'd
Go to
what
Lake
was
Carl
the lake?
Blackwell.
Oh,
Oh, Lake Carl Blackwell.
Okay.
Yeah.
How big was your boat?
Oh, just a ski nautique.
What?
Ski nautique boat. Like a little.
He has no clue.
I was like, what?
No idea.
I was
Yeah.
17 foot?
It's like a little wakeboarding boat, pretty much.
Yeah. So like 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. It's got the big thing on the top of it.
No, we didn't have a
Yeah, that's
tower
a
on
new-
it.
That's
a new thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The towers are kind of a newer thing.
Okay.
We just pull it behind.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
you-
they're awesome.
Yeah, dude. I went tubing one time, and I found out afterwards when I was all beat the fuck up. Dude, I've done crazy shit in my life, and I don't do crazy shit all the time, but like it's not unaccustomed to me. But like, nah, all right, I fucking
Yeah,
I'll zip
send
line
it.
over fucking 1,500 foot of fucking elevation change in the valley of shit. I don't give a fuck. Tubing. So the guy that like pulled me on the tube, he was like, "All right, have fun." I was like, "I don't know how to swim, man. So like, just be careful." He's like, "All right, well, don't worry about it. We'll just have fun."
If you're not getting your swim trunks knocked off,
Oh, he pulled him off.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's tubing right
Yeah,
there.
that's
he
tubing.
pulled him off.
It's
Like-
more fun for the driver than it is
That's-
for the
yeah,
person
that's what I
behind
found
you.
out.
that's how my dad would like just
Send
how
it.
we never drowned or broke bones or something because
Yeah.
my parents have placed it 10 killer.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so
Can't hide that money.
Yeah, my parents
Fancy
have a place-
pants here.
and my
Oh wait, there we go.
yeah, my parents have a place.
When his parents entered the chat,
Um,
when Spanky.
So he would start, just looping around, and then it'd be like, fucking just lay it down, go straight, and then turn around, do a hairpin and come back through it, and you're like,
Slingshot you all the
slingshot,
fuck,
you, yeah.
dude.
And then he's like, "Ooh, let me turn this way," and you go across and all the chop, and then it's like you're going sideways this way, and then all of a sudden it's
Bang!
this, and then you're just cartwheeling, and you're like, "Please God, let me at least have 1 foot on my trunks because they'll be
Oh, dude.
hanging around your
Just
ankles."
get me off of this thing.
So when I did mine, it was
coughing
at,
up water, trying to fucking hide your dick as the boat's pulling up.
right. So when I did mine, I
Is
was
there
like,
any hot girls on this boat?
yeah, it's cold. The water's real cold. It's real cold. So I did mine. I was at Thunderbird, and the guy he was like, "I'm surprised by your grip strength. Holy shit, because you never let go." I was like, "Yeah, because I'm afraid of dying." so at one point, you flip the tube upside down, and I'm underwater, and the tube's on top. And he was like, "Oh fuck," and then whipped it back the other way to get me on top because he was like, "Oh shit." And he was
I
like,
can't swim. I got to hold on.
and he was like, and he's,
yeah.
so I'm vomiting water. I'm like, and so he slows down. And he's like, you want to keep going? And I just really started hanging out with my then girlfriend, now wife. And I was like, I think I'm good. So we got on the boat. And he's like, yeah, I forgot to tell you that because I didn't grow up around boats like that. And he was like, yeah, the tube's for the driver. It's not for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, it felt like we were doing like 1,000 miles an hour.
They used to have this tube. It's illegal now.
that kite tube?
The kite tube.
Oh, man.
my
They
God.
would get
I
up-
watch people do that.
Yeah, it's like 15, 20 feet
Holy
up
shit.
the air and then just nosedive. And
I don't
it's
know.
like that is like pure death.
Who'd want to do that?
Yeah, I never been on one, but I seen them, man. They nuts.
Yeah, dude,
we used to have one of those 4-person banana, 3-tube bananas. So it looks like a big banana, and then you got the side tubes, and you'd be on that and like cut across other boats,
wakes,
and like boom, whoever was in the back, it just launched.
Yeah.
So you can hold on the longest, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. It was
Uh,
like riding a bull.
Someone just sent me a clip from what was it? Camp Nowhere. That was a movie. Do you remember that movie?
No.
With the blob where they would jump off. It was a fat kid. What was
Yeah.
the fat kid camp movie? Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Heavyweights.
Heavyweights.
Yep.
That's what it is. You remember Heavyweights?
Yep.
Okay, the blob. So someone sent me that
The
the other day.
blobs are cool.
So they were like, "Oh, dude, you could jump on the blob, and then get off, and then you could just do that because you love jumping and landing on shit." And I was like, "What?"
You know how you get off the blob?
Getting onto the blob the other side.
you scoot over to the
And you
edge,
get to
and
it.
then somebody jumps on it
And,
and,
like-
launches your ass up in the
And
air.
the guy that sent to me, he's known me forever, and I was like, I like how you thought you would solve that problem, but you're supposed to keep going. And he was like, I've never done a blob before. And I was like,
I got to get off of this thing.
yeah, I was like, dude, watching me try to skirt around water when I'm not ready for it, it's bad. So anyway, that's not enough. Enough about this. All right, so Mitch, sleeper cell, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Sturgis.
Sturgis.
Let's talk about Sturgis. You going this year?
Oh, we're
Hold on.
going. We got
How
it.
many Sturgises have you been? Oh, sorry, fuck, we forgot. What do you ride? What do you own? How long have you been riding? Sorry, everybody.
Been riding since I was 19.
Okay.
So started on a Honda Rebel
Yeah, you
250.
Woo,
My boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would
Super
you have
tight.
it
I used
still?
to. No, I wish I still had it.
Okay.
Rode
We're
that
gonna
thing
all-
everywhere,
We're getting 250s for everybody. This is
and those things are so fun.
Yeah.
Dude,
We're going around the city, and
Oh, they're the shit.
they're super small too.
Oh yeah.
I'm big proponent of the new 500s because they're the 300 chassis with the 500 motor in it.
Yeah.
So I rode one not too long ago, just as like a fuck around thing, and I was like, holy shit. It's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You can lane split like a motherfucker on this thing, and you fucking get around. You scoot on that thing. But anyways,
That's the
yeah,
only bad thing about the 250 is
Yeah, dude.
like 65 miles an hour max.
yeah.
So getting on the freeway,
It's like
fuck.
better just no.
Yeah.
it's like a bigger Grom.
Yeah.
It's a Grom that has. It's a Grom. It's like
a
the
little
Shaquille
heavier.
O'Neal.
It's like a little heavier
Yeah.
Grom.
Actually, it looks like a motorcycle compared to a Grom.
Yeah.
More like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, and then I also got a 2007 Dyna Lowrider.
Mm-hmm.
Had that thing about 10 years now.
Okay. All right.
Got that new paint job on it
That you-
about 4 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah,
So what
you-
happened to get the new paint job?
Used to, kind of a long story, but used to live on Hefner and Western, if anybody's familiar with
Yeah.
Oklahoma City area.
I sure am.
Yeah, it's
The ghetto.
yeah,
Yeah.
exact.
Which
Let's just say I was
apartment
No, he didn't.
Or
live-
did you live in the
I
house?
had a house.
Did you
did
buy
you
that
live
house?
Yeah, I bought it from my grandpa.
behind the gas station in that little neighborhood there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, you bought it from your grandpa?
Mhm.
Holy shit, your grandpa was also a settler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he just saw it cheap.
Grandpa probably had it when it was
Oh, yeah, no
a
shit.
decent neighborhood.
Now, I'll say this, all joking aside, that is a very prevalent part of town in Oklahoma City. If you're not from here and you were Caucasian and you go over there at night,
mean,
it's not bad.
It's
but
scary.
No.
It's rough. It's just rough.
Yeah.
I'm from the east side of Oklahoma City, essentially, so like it's just the same.
I was the only Caucasian guy, I'm pretty sure, on my
Except
whole
white.
street.
Yeah.
White guy.
So
White
I, so when you were telling me, I didn't realize. I almost was like, did I buy a set of tires off of you? So I found a set of fucking race tires from a guy, and on
Yeah.
Craigslist just before it switched over to Marketplace, and he was like, I just moved here. I don't really know where I live at because I like work around the corner from where
Yeah.
I live, and I was like, all right. And he sends me an address. I was like, oh well, okay. And so I roll up to the dude's house, and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And I was expecting
Hey,
pretty-
man. Hey.
pretty thug kind of dude come out, and it was just this white dude from California, and he was like, I did not know where I was moving to. I was like, where are you from? He goes, LA. And he told me where he lived at in LA, which I was like, this is better. This is still better than he lived in Rampart. I was like, what? Anyway.
Yeah, that's about how I found out about that neighborhood too. After I moved in,
Yeah.
didn't really know Oklahoma City too good.
Did you have anything stolen from you?
I did. I had a lawnmower stolen,
Oh yeah.
little push mower.
Oh shit.
I actually found it.
At a
Some
pawn shop?
guy was using it on my same street.
Did you just go like, can we share it?
No, I went over there. I was like, "Hey man, that's my lawnmower." It's like, "No, I bought this from some kid."
He's
like, "No, man, I had a bunch of
bought
stickers
from
on
Pookie.
it."
Yeah.
I bought it from Pookie.
I bought it from Pookie.
No, he said he bought it for
$10.
$20, man. Nice
I,
Honda lawnmower.
I will
was like,
say this: having had shit stolen from me and then recovered it that way, that's when they're
he was like, "Okay, here, you can have it back."
well, yeah,
because
because usually he's like, "Fuck, it's $20." Like I knew it was a crackhead deal, but like so some
Either
shit.
that or that motherfucker stole it.
Yeah,
that's probably more like
That's
it.
yeah.
probably more
And he was
like
like,
it.
whatever.
He's like, no, here, you take it back.
So I was putting a fence around the property at the same time, and before I got the gate on, it was stolen the day before.
oh
Yeah.
fuck.
So they knew it was back there. They
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, he's about to lock this thing down."
we
So
gotta
I-
get that lawnmower.
I was
Yeah.
at the 7-Eleven
Oh yeah,
over there at Hefner and Western one
Yeah.
time, and that
It was
apartment complex. That apartment complex. I thought we were getting.
No,
So he's getting naked over here.
No.
He's
It
like,
was getting into
he's
my
like,
gut.
it's payback time, motherfucker.
No, Mitch hasn't done me wrong yet. You, on the other hand.
So I'm going by and I see all these people in that apartment complex back there.
Oh,
and
that
it's
place
like,
is bad.
What?
Yeah.
News.
Rain.
It's like not Britain Village. 'cause
There's
that's
several
not
of them over
Britain,
there.
But there,
Yeah.
this is the big one that is like right behind 7-Eleven. That is kind of.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah.
They got a
Oh,
security car out there all the time.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has the fence.
Yeah.
And
To keep people in, not out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I like all these people are like, I see them running up in like big group, and I'm like, because I'm kind of like, hey, let's see what's going on. I'm a little curious.
Do you approach danger in that situation, Mitch? or
No,
do
I'm
you-
going staying away from that.
Yeah. See,
So you don't have what we have, which is the dumbass technique, where we're like, we're gonna go look.
Now, especially by myself, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm
Oh,
staying away.
Dude, if I'm on my own, I'm super going in because I'm like, I'm gonna make friends.
Well, so I.
I'm like,
Yeah, you're introverted, so you're like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go talk to anybody.
I actually pulled.
I don't want to talk to anybody to begin with most of the time.
I pulled over across the street from the 7-Eleven because there's a really good taco place there.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the taco place parking lot, and I'm watching, and it's these two old ladies, like 60s, maybe late 60s,
Big mama.
early 70s. Yeah, like house coat,
Yeah.
bonnet, and they're like circling, like hands up, like it's
about to get on.
It's about,
about to go
World
down.
Star is about to happen.
The world star.
And everybody is like coming out of the apartment complex, and you hear them yelling.
What
free
the fuck, man?
that's free entertainment, man.
Yeah, oh
dude,
yeah, I
it's
know.
no
I'm sitting there
shit.
watching, and then they went to scrap, and it was like,
House shoes are coming
and
off
then,
and shit.
you know, you hear 'em-
You stole my man.
yeah,
Dude, no shit.
somebody's wig got snatched off, and
Dude, no shit. I'm at 10th and Martin Luther King one night, and so there's like a feed supply store over there, Douglas, and so I was coming up from the petrol. Yeah. So I'm coming
Yeah.
from the petrol. I'm sitting at the light, and like people are fighting in the middle of the fucking street. I'm like, what the fuck? And two fucking ladies, probably in their 50s, are fighting over some man, and he is over there, no shit, taking bets on them. Who's gonna win? And I was like, so he's clearly a pimp.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
There's no way that he's not a fucking pimp.
Trying to see who's the number one spot there.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Exactly.
like, what's the number one seed in this fucking thing?
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's.
All right, so back
back to who
Sturgis.
back to our guest.
Back to the diner,
Yeah.
the new paint job. Basically, when I first moved in, I think somebody tried to steal it. I had it locked up with a huge chain
Oh yeah.
to
Yeah.
a tree.
Okay.
and they're like,
No, I came home
bolt
from work.
cutter.
Yeah.
No, I came home. They couldn't figure out how to do that. I came home from work. The whole bike was laying down on its side.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it pretty much messed up the tank pretty bad, the fender, everything.
So
And I rode it around like that for about 3 years until I found eBay special paint job.
No, you did not find an eBay special paint job.
I mean, you found a special paint
You
job.
found a special paint job, but you did not find like a. This is not like a rattle can.
Oh yeah, it's a legit.
Because it's
It's
nothing.
a Radical Orion Harley OEM paint job.
And like, so the first time I saw it, I was like, I'm not in love, nor do I hate that paint job. But I was like, it's very like quintessential like Harleys of that
Yeah.
era. And then I don't remember who it was. Someone was like, that's like a limited edition.
yeah.
And,
Like, that's a number and everything.
yeah.
but
And I was like, what the fuck? And I started looking, I was like, I like it a lot more because it's cool.
I think it was about $850. You can't get a paint job for
No.
or
No,
tins or
fuck
anything
no.
for that.
No.
That's
So
hell of a deal.
I got that in 2019, right before COVID happened.
right before the vid happened.
Right before everybody's like, "Oh, I wanted about $5,000 for everything."
Yeah.
Dude,
How much for a paint job?
how much money do you have on
Yeah,
your
that's more like
accounts?
how much money do you got?
7,500. You're like, it's not a car. It takes the same amount of paint and prep work as a car.
It's
Bitch,
so
the
much
fuck
longer.
it does.
Bitch, it's 2 tins and a tank.
Yeah.
Does not take.
Yeah, exactly. Best thing about that is you just take the old one off and put it on.
Yeah.
You got to mess with
Yeah.
it.
Well, and like, so Spanky won his Sportster. You actually sent your tins into a guy,
Yeah.
and then had him swapped out and painted for you. But like, and I think that's a pretty cool deal. Like,
Yeah.
like
We basically did a tin swap. So
Yeah.
he had a set that he had painted, and we were talking because I was gonna get like a custom paint job, and he's like, I've got one that
You might
Man,
like, maybe.
you might like, and because I wanted something.
it's
more
not a very
old school.
polarizing paint job. So like, I could see how that's marketable to a lot of people, but I could see
Yeah.
how a lot of people would probably be like, I don't like the color scheme of it because
I mean,
it's bright pink and baby blue. Just
Yeah.
real flamboyant. It's his month. It's Pride.
Yeah, it matches mine. It matches my dildo, so it's good.
I don't know what the other button is. There we go. All right.
Anyway, so the guy, he sent me pictures of it. I was like, yeah, I
like
dig
it.
that.
Yeah, I
and
dig it.
had the hand painted logo, the barn shield and everything
Yeah.
else. And I was like, no, I kind of dig that. And he's like, if you want, he's like, send me your tins. He's like, if they're original, which mine were, they were the original ones. And he was like, yeah, we'll do this. And it was about the same.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's the way to do
fuck.
it.
Yeah.
I was
Definitely.
like, fuck yeah. I was like, because he's going to make a little money and I'm making
Yeah.
a little money. And then I just swapped them out. It was so much easier. Than,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of flames too. So
Yeah.
Well, and you're
not too many people got flames nowadays.
Well, and that's the thing about your set of tins is like it's that cool purple, blue, and
it's
silver.
like blue, purple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like a light blue.
Like
kind
it's
of.
actually really
I actually
fucking cool.
wanted like ghost flames. So I
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
the color on color, where it's
Mhm.
like you couldn't really see them. And I was kind of looking at that. And then I was like, man, I kind of want to go
classic flames.
like
Yeah, dude, the classic.
old school looking like.
I just
and
found
then
this. Just
when
found out.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just found out. Apparently, the guy that came up with the flame job that we're thinking of, that we're talking about, is from Ohio. The rhythm with the tism. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know.
Random fact there.
It had to come out.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you on Instagram. Anyway, so, yeah. So you have the Dyna, but then you also have.
I got a black 23 Road Glide that I got mainly for the wife and I.
Yeah. And
To
you-
ride.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother. Black and
Hell
chrome.
Yep.
It will get.
I love chrome.
Black and chrome will get you home.
It will.
Not too many people got chrome nowadays, but
No, you're.
I love it.
yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
The two.
Yeah.
Everything
it's
of
awesome.
mine, everything of mine is chrome, and
Yeah.
yes, it is awesome until it comes time to wash it.
Yeah, then you got to bust out the polish, and you're like,
Oh, do you guys polish?
I do.
So,
Well, that it's like these little pads. I can't think of what.
oh
it's-
yeah, the little
The Scotch Brite.
yeah, the Scotch Brite pads and all that
Mhm.
stuff. I do.
I did that like once or
Never
twice.
dull. That's what it is.
Yeah, the Never Dull. So Griot's Garage has a really nice one I used a couple times when I was a porter back in the day on chrome stuff. But like Windex and Scotch Brite or
I have some spray on
steel wool. Yeah,
Mhm.
chrome polish that I'm like, yeah, we're good.
It's like it's
Yeah.
so shiny.
yeah.
yeah.
I like it.
The first few times I loved it until I was washing my bike a couple of times, and I was like,
God damn.
Water spots everywhere if it rains.
I'm like, I fucking hate this.
Wait, hold on. Do you use a chamois?
I do not use a chamois.
Do you use a chamois?
No, I use
You
a,
need a.
I just use those
No.
microfiber.
I
No.
use a I use a damp towel that I dried it off with.
That's gonna make a big. So the
But-
microfiber will leave the little super streaks on it. The chamois,
Mm-hmm.
like even the like microfiber synthetic ones are really good about not. That's pro tip for you guys, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make it as water splotchy.
Well, what I found out from a neighbor who's got like a 36 Ford T bucket.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
over there like trying to dry it and everything, and water spots.
Old Jim
everywhere.
comes over. He's like,
Yeah, he comes
Hey.
over and he's like,
leaf blower.
hey man, you know that'd be a lot easier if you get your leaf blower and blow it
Yeah.
off. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah, that's what I do on mine before. And I was like,
Yeah, it gets way more water off.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
dude,
it's amazing. That's like a game changer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Then I can take the towel and wipe everything, like the damp towel gets all the spots off before it dries.
What drives me nuts is like when I used to detail like cars and shit all the time, like you'd get the water spots off the mirrors, door handles, and all that shit. So like you go through, chamois it, let dry, you come back after like a smoke break, 10, 15 minutes later, you have to hit all that shit again. And even with the leaf blower on cars, it's way worse. But like on motorcycles, I found that I've always got some little crevice of water somewhere. But like if you blow it out, it's fine. But like the chamois will help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never wash my vehicles.
You know what? I've gotten to the point on my
shiny paint causes stress.
I've gotten to the point on my bike that I'm like, we're okay.
Yeah. You know what I don't do?
It's not like I'm burrito, just walk around on a fucking, dead bug trap.
Yeah. Dude, when we picked this
sounds
out,
about like my bike.
Fucker has hit every fucking bug in the country.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I'll wash it later. So
still works.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, no,
maybe. I say maybe.
It's a new color of paint.
Bug guts blue. Anyway, so I did not know this, but where is it? Nimrod. I just keep hearing it, and it's like, where is it? It's a robot voice.
New headphones.
Right there.
Yeah,
it's
stop doing it. The listeners won't like it. I know they won't like it. So anyway,
all
Mitch,
10 of them.
Hey. You're right.
9 now.
9 because we lost them. So Mitch, you have been to 48? No,
I've been to 47 of the lower 48, only except for Maine.
Why
the last one.
Why is Maine not on the list?
We just never went
because you
up
know
there.
how hard it is to get there. Like that's what I've actually been to, and like
it's
randomly,
way
it is
up there.
way.
You're like I hit Buffalo, New York, and I just said fuck it.
I've been to New York State a lot.
Yeah.
Even going through New York City, used to drive over the road trucking.
So is that where you gained most of your states at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Majority.
So what travel transport were you doing when you were
doing a flatbed?
Oh, so you
like
just
a 53-foot
just
flatbed trailer.
You ship it, whatever.
Yeah, whatever fits on there, they'll do it.
Were you based out of Oklahoma?
Yeah, in Tulsa.
Oh, so you lived in Tulsa for a little bit.
No, the company was just based in Tulsa.
Okay.
I lived here.
Yeah, I was like, well, I didn't know. I was like, did you live in Tulsa? And I was like, I bet he lived in Northside Tulsa. And he's like, it was also rough up there.
Oh, it's rougher up there in Northside Tulsa.
Yeah,
downtown. Oh man,
dude,
I tell you what, I go to Tulsa a lot.
Downtown is
it's sketch.
Bad.
Yeah, my buddy lives.
Let's just go there during the day.
There's that.
At least there's the cops out there during the day.
Yeah, during the day,
patrolling, just walking around looking.
It's off of Denver and 244, I think. It's the Quick Trip that's over there. That's right around the corner from my buddy's house. And like every time I leave at night, he's like, "You're gonna get gas there, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're gonna tell me about what happens, though." I'm like, "Yeah," because I'll like roll up and someone's like, "Hey, man," I'm like, "Hey,
man, you got $1?"
Whatever the one is downtown by the BOK Center.
That's the one.
That one, they're like all cracked out.
And they're like,
"Hey, man, you got $1?"
Yeah,
they're
I'll be like, "Get the fuck away from me! I don't have $1."
Hey man, you got some change.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
Man, I ain't eaten in 7 days. I'm just trying to get a cup of coffee.
I'm like, you don't need coffee.
Couple of crack.
yeah.
So how long were you in OTR?
I was only doing that for a year, and I took a couple year break.
How many hookers did you murder?
Lot lizards.
Holy shit. Give me a Kleenex. That came up all the fucking channels. Fuck. Thanks.
Yeah, that's the free entertainment of the truck stop right there.
You were talking about that shit the other night, and I was like, what the fuck?
All the other guys knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, we know. We're just like not as well versed as apparently y'all fucking degenerates are.
No, man, you just sit in your truck at nighttime and you just see him wandering back and forth.
Okay, so you... yeah, the little...
Can I use your CB?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, now get away from me, please.
Okay, I had a question about this because my dad drove, but he never used a CB like that. So I was going to ask you. So when you're like, oh, they come across a CB, I'm like, how do they procure a CB?
Oh, they ask the drivers just go around knocking on doors. They see
CB.
Yeah.
So what channel are you?
When they're done with their transaction, they're like, "Hey, baby."
Now what they do is go to channel 19. Oh, go to channel 19. I'm going to be on 17 now. Drop it down a couple. Then they'll go down, and that's what they do.
Okay.
To negotiate business on a different channel. That way the whole people don't hear them.
You sure know.
Well, it's not like you can't just click over to 17. Yeah, no, he's a good man.
Well, everybody's on 19.
So is that the channel everyone uses?
19. Yeah.
Okay, because I could never figure out when I had a CB in my car.
That's why they call it Breaker 19.
Yeah.
Channel 19.
That makes sense.
Did you not know that?
No, I was always on like 4 or like 8.
No, and they get so fucking mad when you get on there and you don't
Radio
know-
check, please.
or you start like, bah, hey, where's the Smokey?
Yeah.
You're like, get the fuck off the channel.
Dude, okay, so my big turbo wagon, I used to go down every weekend to meet my buddy at the Windstar, and I was like talking to him about how I was always freaked out about highway patrol, and he was like, "Well, get CB because that's what I have when I'm," because he was from Medill, and we never talked about what channel, so I'd roll down there and just and go through.
Nobody's talking to me.
Yeah. So then, like, every so often, I would get somebody, and I'd be like, "Hello, my name is Rusty Nail," and it would be like instantaneously, "Fuck off."
Yep, exactly.
And they're like, "We've seen the movie." So
It's a rubber ducky. I'm looking for a convoy.
So one night, I come across CB. I'm doing probably easily 150 miles an hour down I-35. I'm south of Wayne Payne, and I'm like, "Hey, are there any Smokies out there?" The one voice that responds back a minute later is like, "Yes, it's me, and I'm in the center median. You'll see me in about, I don't know, 30 seconds." And I was like, ha, 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 ha.
And there you go. You see
And
it.
then I slowed down because I was like, well, fuck it. I was like, because I was about a mile out from him. I was like, oh, this is later. His radar and all that stuff's probably only good for about half a mile. Yeah,
Sure enough, yep.
Yeah, definitely clocked me doing fucking 10 over.
Did he get you? Pull
No,
you
he
over?
didn't. So he flashed his lights at me, and he came across CB, and he was like, "Fucking told you." I was like, "He's bored."
Should have been, thanks for the heads up, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Rusty Nail says thank you. Just like that.
So you just saved me a bunch of money.
Dude, I got one ticket in Texas for he clocked me at 108. He wrote the ticket for 97 because he's like, "I don't want to take you to jail."
Be like, thank you. I promise I'm a nice guy.
The
Majority of
the majority of the interactions with police I've had in Texas has been better than Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Oklahoma was bad, man. Especially the DOT
Oklahoma's-
people.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oklahoma
they're
is
fucking
like,
rough.
spread your butt cheeks because you're about to get fucked.
Have you ever been interacted with the police where they pulled their gun on you?
I have not.
Have you?
Sir,
Yeah.
I am Caucasian.
Yeah. Well, I have it, and I'm also white.
That's how I say.
They put it to the back of my head. I say they because I didn't see his gender for a little bit.
Yeah.
He was an old ass man. When you were like, "Get me your supervisor," and he's like, "No," and I was like, "Well, is this being recorded? Because I want to know. I want the video footage of it because I'd like to show it to all my buddies where I almost got headshotted." Anyway, moving on.
Let's see the footage.
Yeah, roll the footage, Dreamy. Anyway, so Mr. Mitch, so this is not your first trip to Sturgis.
No, I've been, this will be the fifth
Okay.
year.
So
First one, 2020.
Oh yeah, so you went during the COVID year.
Yeah, that's my
So-
first time.
Okay, so
Wrote solo up there, but did a big loop through Colorado, hit $1 Million Highway,
yeah,
all that.
how many miles do you think you have on motorcycling alone?
Probably not as many as you. Tell you the truth.
No, I don't think so. Okay, let's
Probably
see.
put on maybe 10, 15,000 a year.
You've been
if
riding
that.
since 2020. We're about the same.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're about the same.
I started getting serious about riding in 2020. I started going
Yeah.
on road trips and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Otherwise, I just go like back and forth to work, just
Yeah.
mess around.
like
That got boring pretty quick.
yeah, like so COVID happened. I bought my first street bike in a long time, a little 300 Honda, and I put like 9,000 miles on that thing the first year. Second year, I bought a 1200 BMW. I put 15,000 miles on it, and then I bought my FJ, and I have 16,000 on it. And I think then in the KCP, I only have like I don't know, maybe like 600 miles on total. So
Like I'll just ride to work or
Yeah.
go on Thursdays, and usually try to do at least one big trip a year.
yeah. So
This year's been a lot of
you've
different trips.
been on some trips this year. Did you get all your camping stuff before? Or
Oh yeah, I've had it all.
so
before.
like
Like I bought it all mainly in 2020.
so 2020 was your year to
Yeah.
shine. That's what you'd
Yeah.
say.
So
When
you
I
camp.
first
so you
want to
camp
get out.
when you go to Sturgis. You camp.
We're
out.
camping this year. Yeah. Last couple years, we've got hotels.
Is your wife
Nice.
excited about camping with you?
Oh, she's
she's
not so excited
military.
about camping in Yellowstone. She's like, "Are the bears gonna get me?"
I mean, that's
I was
a
like,
fair
"The bears
point.
are gonna stay away."
You're like,
Yeah.
so we have an episode. If people should go back and Lou's episode
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Sean.
yeah, and Sean.
Blackie
Yeah,
Chan, his
Blackie Chan.
episode, and
You know. You listened.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Bears they eat your
Yeah,
ass first.
Yep. Seen
Like,
that.
Did you tell your wife
exactly? Like, I hope they are. I hope so, babe.
Yeah.
Well, now she's gonna go listen to it.
You're
She's gonna
She's
scare her
gonna
more.
listen to this episode.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like,
Oh,
what the fuck?
Hey, it's okay. The black bears, they eat your ass
That's
first.
first. They do.
Yeah,
It's proven.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
I was like, oh, I doubt the bears are gonna come
Yeah.
to the campgrounds with all them
Mitch
people.
is gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
Mitch is gonna be getting in the tent.
I'm gonna go.
If your wife doesn't let you eat ass, she's
Roll-
about to.
roll over.
Roll over. God
Like,
damn it,
okay.
Spanky. Okay. I love the okay. So how long have you and your wife been together?
Been together a couple years,
Okay, a couple of years.
not too long.
All right.
Married since last November.
Okay. So she's been on the back. Now that
Oh,
the
she hadn't been on bikes at all until she met me.
Okay. And then you were just like, this is what I do.
Yeah, she's like, okay. Now, at first
I
she
love
was
how the both of you. This is probably realistic where they were just like,
no.
okay.
At first she wasn't really into it.
Yeah, that's
And I
how
was
mine
like,
was.
this is
the
kind of
sheriff.
what I like to do.
Yeah.
Then she rode up. We did Sturgis last year.
Yeah.
Rode up there,
And
back.
She was just like, this is a shit.
Yeah, she had a great
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's just fun getting out, exploring.
Yeah.
Being on a bike,
My-
road trips way different.
Do you have
than the
a
car.
Senna or?
Yeah, we
your
both
Le-
have a Lexan.
Oh, you both have a Lexan. Do you turn it off when she's on the back?
It's still on the radio. Then you just hit one button to
Yeah, to go back.
it's
Yeah,
kind of like a walkie-talkie.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's so.
I don't know if yours is like that as well.
Yeah, on the Senna's, that's what I do with the sheriff. I'll buzz her in, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna turn you off so I can listen to music, because she'll be like, ah.
Especially, it's good for whenever you're like pulling in somewhere, trying to figure out what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, hey, don't put your leg down yet.
I can't.
Hey, I'm gonna do a quick U-turn real quick. Don't move.
I can't. I
Yeah,
can't,
no shit.
I can't get Pris's Senna helmet to connect to my Senna.
Yeah, I gotta help you with
And
that.
so I'm
Yeah.
like,
I said Lexington because it's more of a budget friendly.
Oh well, and you're not wrong with that. And actually, the Lexan is a pretty quality material product. So
I mean, I
proud
was,
sponsor
I
of
was
the podcast,
impressed.
Lexan
I was
products.
impressed with burritos because I called him one time and he was talking to me and I'm like, "Are you on the fucking bike?" And he's
Yeah,
like,
no shit.
"Yeah, I'm rolling like 100 down I-40," and I'm like, "God damn, I can't hear it at all."
Yeah,
Yeah, especially if you're in your helmet too. You can
Yeah.
hear
Yeah,
super good.
my 50S, the one I just got, that like it finally
Mhm.
sounds that quality over the phone.
Yeah, I
but,
think
like,
he's got the newer one than me. I got
Yeah.
the older version
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
him.
so.
I think it's a G16 maybe.
Yeah.
No
Sure,
idea.
that
Yeah.
just proud sponsor of the podcast. So it's Lexan products. So okay, so
we will happily.
yeah,
We'll take a sponsorship.
Yeah, Mitch wants a new Lexan, and he would like to be sponsored by Lexan. Anyway,
Thank you. Wants a new Lex.
Squirrel wants a new Lexan.
Everybody wants a new Lexington.
Everyone wants free shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So a lot of people know you in the city for having your box on the back of the Dyna.
Oh, my dog. Yeah.
With your dog.
Roxy.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That was in
I've
2021.
I have to
Okay.
say that is pretty rad when you roll
Yeah.
up and you got your dog on the back and everybody's like, "What?"
What? Because I
Yeah.
also was
Yeah.
like, ah.
If you weren't married, that would be such a panty dropper.
Oh,
Yeah, I just didn't really want to go to Sturgis by myself. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to make this little box. It's out of a Pelican case.
yeah.
And cut a little hole in the top. I got a windshield,
Uh-huh.
everything for it.
So how do you strap Roxy in?
Oh, there's a U-bolt in the back,
Okay.
and it just to her harness.
Has she ever tried to jump out of it, or
Whenever I was training her, she did.
how did you train her to do that?
Basically just riding, shoving her, get back in there.
bitch.
No, I was just going around the neighborhood. She tried to like put her paws out, and I was like, turn around, push her down.
You trained her like that, and you looked at your wife, and you're like, "You're next."
That's
That's
a
be-
nice lady.
That's
Yeah.
before we got together.
Yeah. So
No, I think that was in 2022, actually.
okay. I just love the fact, like the first time we were talking about, I was like, "Wait, what?" And then you brought her up, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too hot
Pretty-
now to
pretty
bring her
rad.
up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or I would mainly just put it on the Dyna because it's just already
easier. Yeah.
that way I don't got to mess with it.
Does she love it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she the dogs, man, they got their
Yeah.
out the window.
gals,
They got the.
yeah. The jowls are just
Then you got-
going.
One of the bad things is riding down the freeway, man. You got them people trying to get up next to you, then they pass you, then they slow down, and then
They're
go
like,
up.
"Oh my God, he's
Yeah.
got a dog. Get
Yeah.
a picture."
Exactly. Then I go super slow riding with her too.
Oh yeah. I
They like
bet.
70 max,
And
75.
So where
yeah.
did you find her goggles?
Oh, those
Did you
are
put
Rex Specs.
Okay, you did get them from Rex
Rex
Specs.
Specs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty dope pit viper version.
Dude, I don't know if that's one of the photos I'm going to use. If we don't have one, we're getting one. But yeah, a lot of people have been like, your buddy, he rides with his dog. I'm like, yeah, he's got it all figured out. Like, dog's totally chill and all that stuff. First time we brought her out.
I'm a little jealous. I'm not even going to
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, like, I would love
She got a lot bigger than when I took her to Sturgis, but
yeah.
I retrofitted it.
I'm just gonna made the hole bigger.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Made the hole bigger.
Yeah, I bought a bigger.
She's good now.
Did she ever like just lay down and sleep inside of it as you're going down the road?
She did whenever I took her to Sturgis.
Yeah.
I haven't taken her on a big trip since
Dude, I don't know if you know this. Sturgis is kind of a big trip to take a dog on.
Oh, yeah, but since then.
Okay. So, like, when I was like, because someone's like, oh, yeah, he brings a dog out with him. I was like,
Yeah.
all right. I was like, yeah, he brings it in the truck. And I was like, holy shit, this is the fucking shit, man. Mitch is the shit.
Yeah, we did a huge trip that year. We went up Pikes Peak and
Oh, shit, you did
everything.
Okay. What's your favorite motorcycle trip? Well, not trip, but road area you've ever been on?
Oh, dude, it's,
Honda. No.
man, right now it's got to be Black Hills area, that whole area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just dope.
Dude, it looks like it. So, one of my buddies is that.
Of course, I going on a lot newer stuff this year.
Yeah.
That's going to be
Like
new
newer
experience.
bike.
No, we're going up to Yellowstone and
Oh yeah, you're gonna go up that way. So,
Yellowstone's
yeah, I've never
Yellowstone's
been
gonna
up
be
there in the
nice.
Tetons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
you're
what I
on
wanna check
Teton.
out.
Oh man, I'm jealous.
Yeah, we're gonna go do Beartooth Pass, everything.
Oh dude.
It's
So
gonna
how
be
long,
dope.
how long are you guys taking? 10 days or 7 days?
Yeah, it's
or-
gonna. We're leaving on the 27th,
Of
and we're gonna
July.
July,
Yeah.
a Saturday. Then we're getting back probably that Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
That's really short, dude.
Yeah,
What's
about
the
a
27th?
weekend, like about 10 days,
Yeah.
11 days.
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, we're gonna be putting on some miles though.
Yeah, like
First
okay,
couple
so
days.
what's the most mileage you ever done in a day?
From here to Sturgis, I don't know what that is. Maybe
Did
like
you
850.
ride from Oklahoma
About
City to
800 if it's from here.
Sturgis?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
rode all the way through?
with the dog.
How fast were you fucking going?
About
Shoot,
100.
about 70.
Probably about 100.
Is this your? Would you say this is your training from your OTR where you're just awake?
Man, once you get going, you just go. We left at like 4 in the morning.
Okay.
Has your wife been riding any at all to get her ass ready for?
Yeah, we rode to the movie theater on Friday. It's about 10 miles.
You're like, and we're gonna do that about 3,000 times more.
Yeah.
Now, first day is gonna suck pretty bad because that's from here to Mexican Hat. And that's
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
850.
Yeah,
Yep.
we've been approached like so when I
And
went.
that I hate the
All I-42.
all.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
basically about a 250-mile radius from Oklahoma sucks ass.
Where the
Yeah.
fuck's Mexican
Any-
Hat? We went past it, didn't we?
No.
It's a Monument Valley
Yeah.
in Utah.
Yeah.
You're going
It's a
from
southeast corner.
you're going from
Utah.
here to Monument Valley first.
Mexican Hat.
Okay.
No, Forrest Gump.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
where he turns around,
Yeah. Where he turns around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
running. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kept
It's a
running one.
straight out I-40.
Yeah, I really just want to get
Is
a
that no-
sunset picture there. It'd
Yeah.
be pretty dope.
Straight out on I-40 until is it in Arizona?
Straight out I-40 until Amarillo.
And
Not
then you go
Amarillo.
up, and then you
Albuquerque.
go- yeah.
Albuquerque.
Okay. So we could have gone to Mexican Hat.
I mean, we could have if we didn't want
It's way out of the way.
but we had to go pick up some crack whore.
Oh my god.
It was the worst.
If you
crack
call
whore
me
ever.
and you say you need a fucking ride, you better be getting a plane ticket for your wife because it's gonna be us in the truck
Say,
together.
at least my bike's under warranty still. So
Yeah.
if you call, he's not answering.
be like, bye.
If Mitch calls, I'm gonna answer. I told
Yeah,
Burrito.
he will answer.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna be like,
Did you hear about how I threw my back out after that happened?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
so-
used to always make fun of me because I'm old and I have back problems. And I'm like, I'm dying, and like the last trip we went on, I had my back brace.
What was the
and
last trip we did?
Big Bend.
Oh yeah, I forgot
And
about
I'm
that.
like putting my back brace on and like, oh fuck, I'm dying. And he's just, you old man.
you fucking
And then like when
bastard.
when we were
30
going,
minutes later.
when we were going out to get burrito at one point, there was an Amarillo. I was like, you have. I'm like looking as we're getting gas, and I'm like, there's a CVS a mile from here. You
No
need to
shit.
go.
He was like, turn right and turn left, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
And I went in, and I was like, all the medicines, and so I walked it. I'm taking like 2 Advil, 2 Aleve, 2.
Got anything stronger than this, please?
Yeah,
Dude.
I could have found some probably.
Oh yeah, where we were at, there was some guys walking around like, "What are you doing, man?" I was like, "Nothing. I'm hanging out."
That's more like what you need, man.
Yeah.
And I was
So I give him some, and I'm like, "Here, just take this." He's like, "What am I taking?" I'm like, "Just take it." It's
I
like,
don't question drugs from certain people. He's one of them. But like, and then we get back home. I'd been awake for like 36 hours at that point.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a hell of a rescue mission right there.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. So like, I'm like, I'm hanging out, grab my cat,
all
adopted
for
the
a
cat.
shitty burrito.
It's the worst gas station burrito I've ever had.
Ever.
And then, so like, get home Monday. I'm fine. I rescue another guy in front of On Cue.
I saw that picture. At least it was at Maxie's over there.
Yeah, he was
Captain
real close.
Save-A-Ho here.
Yeah, someone get me the goddamn hat. So then
He's got a trailer.
Yeah.
Well, I offered it up. I was like, the good thing is I hadn't taken it off the hitch of the truck yet because I was so tired when I got home last night. I just left everything hitched together. So Tuesday, the sheriff leaves to go up to Tulsa for work. And I'm like, cool. Have whatever day you're going to have. I hope you have a good one. And then I'm just kind of fucking off all day Tuesday, taking care of some business, working, doing all that stuff. And then I'm on the phone with her and like 9. And I'm like walking around the backyard because I'm like, I'm trying to stretch my back out. And then I threw my back out in the backyard, like in the middle of it. And like my backyard's a half acre.
Like, I was just walking and I hurt my back.
Yeah. And so I walk slowly.
That's how you know somebody's getting old.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So I walk into the I stumble into the house. I fall on the couch. I was like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I gotta concentrate on what I'm doing. From 10 p.m. till 12:45 p.m., I could not leave my couch because everything hurt. And I was about to call Spanky. I was about to call my brother. I was like, about to call my dad. I was like, I need help. I need an adult. And then I finally got the strength together that I wasn't gonna shit myself and fucking.
I'm going to bed.
Oh, dude, it was so bad. But
Yeah.
and everyone's like,
Last
"Oh, I
time
can't believe threw your back out just driving." And I'm like, I just sat in the truck for 23 hours, goddamn straight.
The last time I threw mine out really, really bad, I
Yeah.
was in the front yard and I was bending over to pick up the water hose because I had the sprinkler on.
It's always the
And-
dumbest shit.
And I looked to my left as I'm bent over and my back goes, "Nope, motherfucker." And next thing I know,
here stroking my cock.
I'm laying on the ground like I can't fucking move. And I laid there for probably like 20 minutes just being like, oh my God.
Help me.
Yeah,
I'm the
pretty
saddest
much.
turtle ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't say I've done that yet.
Yeah,
You probably
it's
have a lot
it's
stronger core.
I don't know right now.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's a
Yeah.
chubby. He's a chubby
He's
boy.
a chubby boy.
Yeah.
So,
all those camping trips catch up to me.
God, dude,
Yeah.
it's so bad. Yeah, dude. Like when I threw my back out, I was like, I know I'm getting old, but like this doesn't seem like it's that bad yet. And then I was like, oh, it's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Okay,
Hurts to move.
so your favorite? Don't pay attention to him. He does it all the time. So what was your? Because you've been to all the states. Let's just go with it. You've been to all the states. What was your favorite state you visited?
He hasn't been to all of
Oh,
them.
truck.
Shut up.
Man, Utah is definitely number one.
Is it because of the multiple wives?
I don't know what Utah is, man.
No, it's
I don't know if it's some arches or what. but
It's-
I don't know if it's in the
Zion.
arches.
It's
Yeah.
Zion. It's
Is Zion up in
Candlestick.
The double arches.
Yeah.
It's St. George, like top, probably one of my top 2 or 3 places that if I was to move, I would like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I saw most of it from the side of the road, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even
not like
that,
I could go
like,
exploring or
like
anything.
going
Yeah.
into like Utah, it's just it's incredible.
Even near Salt Lake is super dope.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, was that when I went up to Seattle? I think so. We drove. So my cousin's husband lives in Seattle now, and he's in a band that plays out of Oklahoma City. So I was catching a ride back to visit them. So we went up through Salt Lake and all that stuff, and it was glorious. But it was just funny because like we're in a Ford Transit 250, and I was like every time I would get the chance, I'd like clean the window because I'm like, I just want to fucking see this shit.
Yeah.
And we're going
Yeah.
through all this shit at night and stuff. I'm like, dude, what is not Iowa? What's next
Idaho.
Idaho.
Yep.
Dude,
That's
Idaho's-
another dope spot too.
Idaho.
I've been through the Panhandle. Driving
Yeah.
through
I
there.
haven't been. So I went up through. I don't know,
Coeur d'Alene is really pretty. That whole area.
is it 70 that comes up through Colorado and goes up that way? That was pretty. And then like he was like, oh yeah, the Panhandle's not as
Idaho,
cool.
Wyoming, Montana, all that is just.
Yeah.
Have you been to
really
Montana?
I've been to Montana.
How was Montana? I know you've been to Montana.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you get your point in a little bit, but
Oh, I just see it from the side
did
of
you
the
go to
road.
Billings?
Yeah, exactly where I went.
Yeah, I know because trucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trucking.
Yeah.
So we're going this year again
Yeah.
up through there.
Yeah.
Go up through Cody. Check it out.
That's right. Go through Cody.
We,
Yeah.
Everybody goes through Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is?
it's-
I'm
he's a-
sure.
he's a
I'm
hoe.
sure.
Yeah. It's like the
Yeah, we're actually
it's like the
camping
big fucking tunnel, just fucking
5 miles from
just
there.
a train
Oh, yeah.
running through there.
So how did you? So are you guys gonna just tent camp the entire time?
Oh, we're gonna do hotels first couple of nights because it'd just be easier.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
depending
so
on
she's
how far you
'cause
go.
You're making her ride 850 miles, so you're like, I'll give you a hotel
Yeah.
to
Are you're
keep
psyched
you
about
somewhat
this?
happy.
Yeah.
Is she psyched about this?
Oh, she's nervous, understandably, because it's,
'cause
it's a lot of miles. It's a lot of miles.
Yeah, this is a lot of miles. And but you also did you give her the out of we'll be in this city if you want to fly back home?
No,
Oh no,
No. All right. Well,
you're putting ideas through her head. You know.
Yeah.
no.
it's gonna be like
You're gonna listen to this episode after you guys get
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
So
sounds-
this will actually be a lot.
Yeah.
You're leaving on July 27th.
27th
This episode would be released
at
on July 28th.
4 in the morning.
just put it out the day they leave. So
She has to listen
she-
to it on the
She
road.
can listen to it on the road.
You know
It'll be
what?
like it's gonna be like 400 miles in. She's gonna be
No, originally she wasn't planning on
fucking
going,
hate you.
and I was just gonna do it by
Pull over.
myself. So-
Yeah.
I need to pee.
Well, so
And then she's
You're
like,
gonna
"Might
be
as
like-
well go."
You're like, we're not stopping for 200 miles.
get on. Do you own a shirt that says "If you can read this, the bitch has felt"? No, I want one of those because I think it'd be.
Oh, I think I might need one of those.
I've always wanted one, and now that I have a motorcycle, I'm all like, I should get one, especially on the KZ because there's not a second seat. So it would be really. Okay, so I want to get back to Mitch and I have ridden probably the hardest I've ever ridden my entire life. Coming back from Fastlane, and I
Yeah.
had
Oh,
a question.
Fast Life?
Yeah. Mitch
Oh,
and
yeah.
I yeah. I was.
Whenever I was,
Yeah, you
whenever I
weren't-
was leading.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were not.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
No, that was after Gilly's bike broke.
That was after Gilly's bike broke.
No,
You
I
weren't-
know.
No, you were in the other group. I don't know how bad
Yeah,
yours was.
I know. Oh, I'm riding with fucking Speed Demon,
I know.
who's
well,
like, oh, let's go 115 in the rain.
yeah. Well, I was getting to that. So
I don't know how I got in
I
front
was riding
to
with
begin
him
with.
and Sean.
no,
I don't know
Sean
how I'm
was in our
alive.
group. Wait,
No, Sean was with-
no.
with you
It
guys.
was you, Burrito, Gilly, and me, right?
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so.
Yeah, that's right. And then I've done some dumb shit. Like I'm not like construction wise, chemical wise, shit like that. Not like just mixing shit together. I've definitely made mustard gas in my fucking my shower a couple times. by accident.
Definitely jumped off a couple roofs. It sounds like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
into a pool one time, ironically. So, Mitch, I knew that you had us. I just didn't know how that you didn't have us. So we're coming back from Fast Life, and at one point I look down and my speedometer says we're doing all of like. So my speedometer says we're doing like 99. So I'm like, we're probably doing 90 to 95.
My
And
speedometer was broken.
yeah. So
Everything was broken on my bike.
so we had pulled.
It was
over-
running.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
So we had pulled over to help Gilly, and because Fast Life on the way or the way back, like every Harley had a problem. The Yamaha had it.
Except for Hanson.
No,
No,
he had a
no.
problem. He
Oh,
did.
on the way home, he
His
did.
choked
his
out. Yeah.
was choking
Oh,
out.
yep.
Yeah. So like literally every bike,
every
except, but mine,
one had a.
everyone but mine had a problem, and that's fine. I like mine has its problems. Actually, you guys don't know this. Half of my dash lights don't work, so if my ABS isn't working, I don't know. My check engine light, I don't know if it works. There's a bunch of dash lights. I washed it one time for a bike show. That shit quit working 2 years ago. So this
Still
is-
runs, so you're good.
Yeah, still fucking putts down the road.
Yep.
So it does two things. I don't know if I'm in first, which is pretty easy to figure out, and I don't know if I'm sixth. Pretty easy to figure out. It's not Fast and Furious. So anyway, so we're riding down the highway, and Mitch gets leading. And
I don't know how I got to lead in the beginning with.
I don't know. I have really
I think
no.
somebody just waved me by. And I was
Yeah,
like,
and because
okay.
we kind of all at one point or another were like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "Just go to the front. I trust you."
Yeah.
So we're barreling down the highway, and I don't know how
passing
bad
everybody.
I don't know how bad it was for you, but I could barely see you, and I was probably maybe a car length behind you.
Yeah.
And we're doing like 95, maybe 100 at one point, and it's just pouring rain. And I would just look down, and I was like, well, you know what? If Mitch says it's okay, I trust Mitch. And if I fucking eat shit, well, the trip's over. So like, pretty easy to figure out. So we make it all the way from where the fuck we turned at to Ada before we stop. And you're like, not turn your bike off. I'm like, what's going on with your bike? And you're like, I don't have gauges.
I don't have gauges or a screen or
anything.
nothing.
And I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, man, you must be ready to go home.
It was like, yep.
and then I was like, dude, 95 in the rain was fucking gnarly. And you looked at me and you go, what?
Yeah, I didn't realize I was going that fast. I knew I was passing people, but
Yeah, you're
people,
passing me.
people on that road go so slow
Oh, yeah.
all the time. I take that road to Atoka
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
So me, Hanson, and Sean and Burrito, like when Gilly broke down, we were going and then we kind of pulled over.
Yeah, because you didn't make it very far.
I
before.
noticed everybody was like not behind us and saw us flashing lights. So we pulled over and then Burrito went back. And so it was just me, Hanson, and Sean. And then all of a sudden, you know,
Everybody passes
20 minutes goes by and you guys fly past us. And so
Who was leading at that point? Do you remember? Was it you?
I think it was Blake.
Yeah,
was
Burrito
probably
started it.
Burrito.
Yeah,
Normally
Burrito started it.
Blake and then Gilly. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't because
and you were behind me.
Yeah, because I was always back fourth.
Yeah.
And then, because I just hold that position, because like I'm either going to be first front or back fourth. I don't, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I'll tailgun all day. But it was just at one
Or
point.
you might have been. I might have been second. I don't remember.
Yeah, you got because like everyone kind of swapped around me, and I was like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And to an extent, like I don't care. Like I'll do whatever I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna be back here predictable. Like
So you just wave me by. I'm gonna be in the back.
Yeah.
Make sure
like
you
I
don't
just
break
have
down.
fun. Yeah, now like because I have all the tools. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to go
exactly.
way ahead and then miss somebody.
Yeah.
So, because literally, I was carrying a fuck ton of tools for everybody. But
Yeah. And so we go, fucking Hanson's leading, and he's doing like 115. Sean's right there with him, and I'm just like,
were you doing a confirmed 115?
I don't know.
I think
how
Hanson's
fast
bike is
they
fucked
were.
off. I think
I
you
don't
were
know
doing a
how
confirmed 82 miles an hour.
No, I was doing more than 82.
Yeah.
My bike was going as
Fast as it will.
everything.
Everyone
could go.
says his 96 won't go faster, and I'm like, I've ridden it.
Oh, my Dyna's 96 and it'll go.
Yours will scoot.
I mean, mine'll go. I've had it up.
Of course, it likes it at about 75, 80.
yeah, 75,
Yeah, mine
80.
likes that too. I've had it up to, I think, 107, 110,
Yeah.
or 110, 107.
I'm not going to tell you what I was going to tell you then.
And
130.
No.
20.
No. 117 on
nice.
the. So he parked it over here for his wedding, and then
Joyride.
No, well, I wasn't really intending to do that as much, but he doesn't live too far away from me,
Yeah,
so I took it on Hefner Parkway, and I was like, well, fucking a 96 would be fun.
yeah.
So I took it up to what's the on queue at 164th, 172nd, 92nd, whatever.
74th, yeah.
So I took it up, and then so as I come over the crest for the turnpike, I looked down, it was like 120 or not 120, 112 to 118. I
Yeah.
couldn't really tell because it's your fucking analog gauge bullshit, but I was like,
Hold
No,
on, buddy.
So
Bye.
I was out on 81 actually, out by Union City.
yeah,
and
yeah,
it was
that's
like
right.
I could see forever, and was like, let's just see what this will. And
see what this barge will do.
yeah, and got it up to like it was like 105 pretty quick.
It's
and then after
fucking
that,
screaming at that
it's-
point.
Oh yeah,
Because
and
you're out of the cam lift at that point. The power band's way behind
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
just fucking coasting at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Because when I
so
pushed it, I was like,
going-
I felt kind of bad.
So once I got above 105, and it was like it took forever to creep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it was like 107.
It's like land speed
like
record. Because you're like,
108, and I was like, okay. So once I got up to about once I got up to about 110 or somewhere right around there, because it was bumping that, and like you said, it's analog, so I don't know. And
yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I think Rever said confirmed like 112, but it took forever to get there.
Yeah.
Like you can see on the map. I was like, God damn, dude.
Yeah, even with that bagger, I normally don't get above maybe 80, 85.
Yeah, well,
cruising.
but normally when I run, I'm 75 to 90. It loves that whole
Yeah.
little.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because
area.
we've gotten rowdy a couple times coming home from
Yeah.
like EBN and shit like
Well,
that.
one time when I was riding when after Harrison put his new cam in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When
and
we were riding back
on
from his house.
When we were riding back. No, this is as we were going.
Oh yeah, to go into his house. Yeah.
Because I don't think we were going to the taco place.
Yeah, I met you guys over there
And we were
cooking.
doing them. Yeah, we were on the turnpike, so we were doing. Yeah, we were scooting.
Fast.
Allegedly.
We were
Yeah. So how fast does the
allegedly.
road glide go? Do you know? I mean, like obviously it does 95 in the.
Oh, I
fucking
tell you
rain.
what. That polar ride, me and Blake is topped out 120. And we were riding hard and tight and quick.
Oh really?
Was not expecting it.
Is it okay? I'm just gonna say this. It is really so. Spanking and I have been riding together long enough now. I can trust what he's gonna do, even if we're not on comps with each other. Like we pretty much know. Like, oh, if he's gonna have a big long sleeper, like he's gonna be fine. If it's tight and technical, I need to give him some room because of the floorboards, shit like that. Like, just common knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, like I can do some weird shit on my bike.
If it's traffic, if we're on the highway, we're gonna be close. And like I said, we were in like.
There's a few amount of people I'll ride bar to bar with. Like, I don't mind doing it on the highway where it's open, but like in traffic, I need to lead so I know where I'm going through.
Especially stop and go stuff.
Yeah,
it sucks. Well, and especially with the soft tail before you put the T-bars on, it was kind of hard because I think we're the same width, or I might be wider than you.
Yeah.
And at first, I was like, God, I need to let him go first to let him know if he has enough room because I don't want to just leave him because it's kind of a dick move, but.
Yeah, I know the first time me and Blake really rode together at all.
Dude, is it not jarring though? When you're like all of a sudden like, holy shit.
Yeah, I was not expecting it.
Yeah. Because like
I pretty much just stay on the line.
Yeah.
A little bit over.
Typically I want to do Wayne position 1 and then I like to ride in formation a lot of times because that was one of the things I learned like leading big group rides. It's like it's just easier to do that. In case there's an accident, I don't know if you've ever been on. Every time everybody looks at the door, I'm always like, is the fucking sheriff behind?
Boogeyman.
Yeah, well, kind of.
I've been lucky, never been
in an accident.
No.
Have you never been in an accident, right? On your motorcycle?
Yep. I'm don't put that out there, Ricky Bobby.
No,
don't put that on me.
You guys are good. Yeah, I've been in 3 now. Not serious, but they're just not fun.
Yeah.
I normally ride pretty slow and cautious. Except when I'm with you degenerates.
Dude, on Talamina, you were fucking cooking pretty good.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking Mitch was over here fucking showing me like what the doctor does over on MotoGP.
I have not on road. So I've on dirt bikes and 3-wheelers, I've fucked some shit up.
I've never done anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But on dirt and like that, I'm doing shit that's like, oh, I'll jump that, because
I'll be all right. It's dirt.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like, why not? It's fun, It's like fucking send it, and where I'm a little more.
You see, we have it backwards in our heads because like my thing is like if I'm gonna go so fast, I need to go so fast that I don't feel it.
Yeah.
And then.
If I go fast, I'm just trying to get away from everybody.
And that's typically what it is like I'll drop a gear or 2 and disappear. But like when everyone's else like, oh, I'm doing 105, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna still feel it at 105. I have gear on, like I have gloves and the jacket and the helmet and all that stuff. At 140, you really don't feel it anymore. So like, we'll talk about that speed.
I just hold on.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, yeah, dude, like my fucking BMW, goddamn motherfucker. One time,
his hands are still on the bars.
They still rattling.
My BMW, the second time I rode it. Yeah, second time. So I rode it on the test drive down with the dude in Fort Worth, and he was on another BMW. So it was a naked bike. It was the R9T or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So I'm following him because I have no idea where the fuck we're going. He's like, oh, just keep up. I'm like, thanks, dude. Which is always real comforting. Because this guy, super nice guy.
I hate riding in Dallas.
Dude, it's the worst.
That is probably
those people are
least.
Don't give
any fucks.
Yeah,
any fucks. Well, what's funny is they actually have 3 of the deadliest highways.
Oh
of the top. I think it's in the top 10. They have 3 of the deadliest highways in Dallas.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
everybody's hauling butt or going super slow, and they're all on their phone.
Yeah, well, dude,
it's like 6.
Oklahoma City's super bad too about that.
It's getting worse.
Oklahoma City is, and like just people not giving a fuck and cutting across 4 lanes of traffic and. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I never thought about taking mirrors off, like doing any of that shit. And like, as I've been riding more, when people do that shit in front of me, I'm like, I'm going to either pull you out of your vehicle or you're going to regret the decision.
Yeah, especially during rush hour, man. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Coming home from work for me is.
Yeah, it's fucking rough now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was following him so I was buying a BMW off this guy and he was like, oh, keep up. I'm like, all right. So we're Fort Worth downtown. And I was like, I don't know where the fuck we're going to go. I figure we're just going to do like a speed run out on some highway, and he gets in twisties. He's like, keep up. I'm like, all right, cool. So it's all these technical like 45, 50s, down to 25s, which was really nice. I enjoyed it. So we're coming back into where his house is, and then we're on this, it's probably like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 miles straight. It's if you basically came from 35 240 or 40 240 and you came 40 or 240 on the south side by Draper, like that level of like just straightness.
Mm-hmm.
No cops. He just was like, there's going to be no cops on the way back home. So when I hit it and get it, just don't worry about it. And I was like, all right, cool. So I did 125 that day. And I was like, all right, cool. This is fast.
It works. Okay. I think I'll take it.
Yeah. So, and that was in like third gear. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I was riding a couple buddies out of Guthrie and they were like, oh yeah, we ride all the time. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm following them down highways, allegedly Highway 74 out of, what's Crescent?
Yep.
Yeah, Crescent.
Yeah.
So I come out of Crescent, and then they pass like 18 cars on 74. Like they're just like, "Fuck this shit."
Pissing everybody off.
Yeah. So I look down. I'm in 4th gear, halfway through the RPM range, doing 130, just flying. I was like, "These tires are the original ones to this bike, and it's 14 years ago." So I slowed down, and then I had that bike probably one other time, probably 150, 160, 150, 160 on a bike is fucking revolutionary.
Insane.
Yeah. You don't
Pass.
Yeah. So when I'm like, dude, just 80, 85, 95.
Yeah.
We're cool. Like, man, like going through a corner, I'm like, you know what? It's the most dangerous time anytime you have a leaning angle is going to be the most dangerous time you're
The
going to be.
Clibbins. The
Yep.
Clibbins got me.
Riding that bagger's about 90's good, but that Dyna, I tell you what, it's pretty sketchy going
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going that
above
fast.
80.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like when we were coming back from Tulsa, we had a guy on a dyno with us, and he was
like, oh my God, I can't go faster.
He was fighting for his fucking life.
He was fighting a lot that weekend.
He was he was fighting a lot.
Better stand up, right up straight too.
Couples burgers. I mean, he's fighting a lot that
Were you
that
with us
weekend.
when that happened?
No, I missed that. I was like, Donnie and Shelby were like, we're going straight home. I was like, I'm riding with you guys.
I forgot you
I'm
were
out of
with
here.
them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spanky, tell the story.
Oh, I heard about it. Blake
Yeah,
told me about it like the next day.
Yeah.
I was like, dang it, I should have stayed.
Yeah.
Dude, I picked
Everybody
that
in the
restaurant too.
Everybody in the restaurant just like stopped and it got like quiet. And
You
then
could
this
hear a pin
Then
drop.
this one lady goes, I hate it when that happens.
Oh, it happened. Should have been like, it happens a lot to you.
Another one was like, you're supposed to catch that in your mouth. And we were like, oh my God.
Dude, it was so bad.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
We laughed a lot about it.
A lot.
Okay, so you're going to do the Grand Tetons. You're going to go do Yellowstone. You're going to go do
The
Sturgis.
Tetons.
Tetons.
Yeah.
The titties.
What's the furthest you've ever ridden on your motorcycle? West Coast, East Coast, North Coast?
No, I haven't done that. Sturgis is probably the furthest.
Sturgis? Okay.
Yeah, about 850, 900 miles, if I was to guess.
Okay.
You need to go up the Alcan.
Tell you what, I want to go to Maine on the bike. I like to get.
I'm
it's
telling
a
you
fair
what.
assessment.
I would go
I'd like to get a big group of guys
I
go
would
up
go
there.
back-
It'd be
I'd
pretty awesome.
go back to Portland. That was
Portland, Maine?
Maine, not Portland, Oregon.
Haven't
Fuck-
been to
fuck,
the other
fuck Oregon.
I liked Portland, Oregon.
It's
You know they have the most strip
Oregon
clubs
is-
per capita in the country. You know that,
and
right?
they also have crackheads and legal fucking heroin. Everything.
Yeah, Oregon's sketchy now.
Oregon
Yeah,
is
it's-
sketchy
it's
as
bad.
fuck.
I
It is
when I was
not
up
what
there,
it used to be.
It was a fucking party.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates, but it's gonna
Yeah.
be a good time. So
It's like
But
a whole
no-
free for all over there now.
yeah, totally.
Maine was cool. Maine was pretty.
Yeah.
We need to
I wanna
do the
go there.
Alcan. So I've
Fucking why are you wearing the Alcan again?
I don't
Because
even know what that is.
Okay,
that's the
well,
Alaskan
yeah, the
Canadian
Oh.
highway. So
Yeah.
you ride.
I
So
Have
from
you
wanna do
been
that.
to Alaska?
I want to go to. I want to ride that Dalton Highway all the way up to Prudhoe Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what
Done
that is? Yep.
Yeah.
That's,
well,
that'd
no,
be
so
awesome.
the Alcan is the one that goes. So I've driven. I've driven it 4 times, and
He's like on a long and desolate highway.
I mean,
empty,
there are
darky
some
road.
places I'm not even gonna lie. We were fucking like. Okay.
Are you the one that told me about the bikini girls at the gas
Yeah,
station?
out in the middle of fucking
Wanna
nowhere.
make sure
and
I
we
was
were like,
getting that right.
"Are we gonna get?"
My wife did
murdered?
that Alaska to
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
because she was
stationed
up
in
there.
Alaska.
Okay, well,
And
she
she ran
stationed
out of
at
gas in middle of Canada. No cell phone reception.
Oh yeah, no.
yeah.
So I had.
You carry
I was
extra
coming,
fuel jugs with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we had a 5-gallon one, but like
He
it
was like over there like,
and it's weird because the gas stations are not like here. It's like a gas pump in somebody's front yard.
yeah.
and
Because that's how
$10 a gallon.
and they pump it. You can't pump it. They come out in Canada. They come out and they pump it for you. And some places in Alaska, because it is it's a gas pump.
Did I tell you about how I almost got in a fist fight in fucking Portland because of that?
No.
All right.
But
Fist fight.
so the Alcan,
big on fist fighting.
yeah. So from like I used to live over by Bishop McGinnis High School. From there to Elmendorf is like right at 4,000 miles one way.
Yeah.
And,
That's nuts.
Yeah, I did it. The fact we drove it one time straight. Me and a buddy of mine, we were driving a car.
The first
back.
time we did it gay.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
Sounds like he had a great time though.
70,
He had a great time, not so much mopping.
72 and a half hours.
Straight, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
man.
never stopped. We just
That sounds like a great time though.
Yeah,
was
it's
popping,
not bad.
That was popping like the old hydroxycut when it was like crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then gas station boner pills and
Anything to stay awake.
anything.
Have you done gas station
Four
butter
Loko.
pills? to
I've
stay
not.
awake? Okay. You have, but I was asking him.
Whenever I was trucking, I always
No,
did it
I really
legal.
haven't.
Did it
done-
legal? Okay. Yeah.
You haven't
10
done-
10
you
hour
haven't
break.
done the horse tranquilizers on a toothpick like somebody.
Oh, no.
Shh.
Well, I didn't drop any.
Yeah,
names.
we had the ELD log, so we was
Yeah. You were chained.
chained down,
Yeah,
watching you.
that
Yeah.
would be fun though.
Yeah,
like I would be down to do that on the motorcycle.
So our good friend of the show, Bishop, his dad has done that on a hardtail Triumph. His dad passed away, but his dad did it on a hardtail Triumph like I think 4 or 5 times.
That's some
Back and forth. That's 4 or
That's
5
some
times back and forth.
fucking real man.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a
right
good
there.
retirement plan.
Yeah, dude. He his dad was talking about how because the moose or meese, depending on how you feel about them being plural.
Mooses.
It's
the Mises.
moose.
Yeah, no, it's moose. But so his dad was talking about like his Triumph died broke down on the side of the road about halfway through, and they were trying to get it all started and all that stuff, and it kept backfiring. And this moose came up and was like fucking pissed off at his dad and charged both of them. So the other guy's bike ran, so they rode it up a couple miles and kind of wait for the moose to get done, and then they rode back, and the moose had fucking
Was
kind of-
fucking his bike.
not fucking his bike, but definitely was fucking with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, but the Alcan would be cool.
And they're like the size of a horse. Like
They're
you
bigger
don't.
than a
Oh, they're
horse.
huge.
No, they're
I've never
bigger
seen
than
one
a
in
horse.
person,
They're,
but
no,
They're
they're,
huge.
they're
They
the
look
size of a horse.
Yeah, they're like a Clydesdale.
No, they're not that big. They're like
The meese I've seen. have
some
been-
of them.
All right, whatever. Okay.
Who here has
I'm hoping to see him.
Who here has
Yeah.
seen moose in real life? Who here has packed one out on their fucking back after they
Okay.
shot one?
All right.
All fucking
Big
1,100
dick over here.
1,100 pounds of it.
Yeah.
I'm a real man over here.
over here with my Boy Scout
I eat my own-
badge. Yeah.
No, but
Up my own meat.
they're like,
Yeah.
no bullshit. They're like a horse, and they'll just walk around. You'll see them in the city,
Yeah.
just do. And then you have bears like on the side of the highway. That's why I'm
Yeah, we're hoping to
surprised.
see some in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Are you going
Cool.
to try to go to the what is
Hey,
it?
word of wisdom. Don't fuck with the
Oh,
bison.
yeah.
Well,
Oh,
you're-
dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're not.
Don't-
I've
edible.
seen the videos.
Or if you
I've
do,
seen the videos.
Yeah.
Seen the lady get depantsed
Yeah.
at Custer State Park.
Yeah.
Have you shown your wife this?
Oh yes,
All right,
she's
cool.
seen it.
You're like, don't
You're
do
like,
this.
It's like
They're not-
these people are dumb.
They
Yeah.
are not cute little,
They're not cuddly.
They're not cute little field puppies.
No, it's
No.
an assault cow.
yeah.
It's an assault cow.
Tactical assault. Cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tactical assault. All right. So, besides Portland, Maine, do you have any other motorcycle trips that you want to try to do?
Just the Prudhoe Bay. Be good dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I think it would be.
I want to
fun.
go to California too.
I
That'd be
think it
dope.
would be fun to do.
See
we
the
should probably do
redwoods.
California
The one-
first, and then do
Nah.
Prudhoe after that.
Yeah,
I think it would be fun to do.
all separate trips.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
The one Highway 1, like up the coast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That-
I think that would be
Yeah.
fun.
And then go
Alaska would be fun. That would be like a 2-week.
Yeah. That's a long journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when we went up, it was like we went through Denver and then
Yeah. You
Bill-
gotta go. And you gotta go in the middle of the
Billings
fucking year.
and Helena all up, and then you go up through Calgary and Edmonton, and
Yeah.
there's a couple
Vancouver.
different ways.
Mhm.
Because some way you can go. No, we don't do Vancouver. That's the other way.
wanna
Because
do
Vancouver,
Vancouver.
you have to take a ferry. The way we went up is
I like the ferry.
it's on water and you can't swim.
Yeah,
So
I've been
no,
on
you-
ferries before, dickhead.
Have you seen Titanic?
Oh, he's about to. We're about to live Titanic. in
Fuck
October.
you. We're about to live.
I'm gonna be like, there's not enough room for you on this door, squirrel.
Fucking hate you. Like, there's not enough room for you in this world to start fucking punching him in the water. Anyway, yeah, no, doing the Alcan to Dalton would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Crossing off a couple big bucket lists this year.
Yeah, Prudhoe Bay.
Yeah,
It's incredibly flat. There's not really much there.
yeah.
It's just to say you did it.
Barrow is nice. I mean, I've been to Prudhoe and I've been to Barrow.
Back. You just keep going. Hold on.
What are you doing?
Well, I got to go take care of something. Stop.
What are you gonna? You got to tinkle. You got to
Just
tinkle.
gotta
You
tinkle.
gonna tinkle your little gerbil bladder.
No, I just want to go
Wash your hands.
because of that TV show Ice Road Truckers. I don't know if you ever seen.
Oh, I fucking
dude.
love Ice Road Truckers.
I wanted to
love
do
it
that
when
so
their
bad.
shit goes sideways and they're just like, oh god damn it, and they're trying to go up a hill and like ain't happening.
Then they just end up sliding backwards.
Sliding back.
Oh man,
and-
I should have chained up.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Like, maybe
somebody
so.
else will come along and like stop or the ones that get me is when they're like actually going across the lake and it'll be like, oh, my rear wheel just fell in, and it's like,
Oh, it's cracking real bad right now.
Yeah, yeah,
I got my door open. I think I'm about to jump out.
yeah. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, I wanted to do that, but I didn't. So.
Alaska's fun. So where was your wife? She at Fairbanks
She's
or
in
Anchorage?
Anchorage. Yeah, in the Air Force.
Yeah.
She did that for 13 years.
Was she AWACS?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
you're like I don't know.
Don't know any military terms. I know she was in Vegas, at Nellis, and then San Antonio, and then Anchorage.
She was not.
She was a paramedic, so
Okay.
know.
Okay. Nice. Flight.
now she got with me.
Yeah. She's like
paramedic to motorcycles.
Nothing.
What?
We're talking about your herpes.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
You're also
Are
going
you
to do that? Okay,
going to
hold
tinkle
on.
too?
Hold on.
Oh my god, bunch of women in here.
All right, we have
Yeah.
okay, we have a couple minutes to talk about because we haven't talked to each other. I miss you, Spanky. But at the very end of the show, how was New Orleans?
I fucking love New Orleans.
Dude, it's the shit.
It
It's so
is.
fucking
It was
good.
amazing. And like this time, we actually hung out on Bourbon Street. And
We hung out on Bergen Street last year, but
No, we hung out
Yeah,
on
hung
Bourbon
out,
Street.
yeah.
Like we got back to the hotel. I think at 2:30. Like,
oh shit, you actually party on
like
Bourbon Street.
okay. Like from 9 to 2, and we went up and down and like just hitting different bars,
Yeah.
watching.
Did you go to the absinthe
shows.
bar again?
No, we went to the Vampire Bar.
Oh, how was the vampire bar this year?
It sucked balls.
I was wondering.
Fuck that place.
I looked. It didn't look like it was going to be very
There
good.
was this, I don't know, little bartender apparently that the girls did not like because she was the slowest bartender on the face of the planet. And then there were a bunch of people who actually came out. Shelby and her crew.
Who?
Out of some, there was like 5 girls from.
I was like
Mississippi.
Shelby.
There was 5
our
girls
Shelby?
from. No. There was 5 girls from Mississippi, and one of them's name was Shelby. And so they came out and they were bitching, and then we were talking about how like, Pris and Mariah came out, and so they were talking about how bad it was, and so then they're all
That was
like,
really
yeah,
fast, dude.
they're like, fuck that bitch, and we were like, yeah, fuck that bitch, and fuck this place, and then one of the ladies said something and was like, come on, Shelby, put it in your mouth and let's go. And I said, yeah, Shelby, words of advice.
Put it in your mouth and let's go.
Yeah, it's not our
What?
Shelby. Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, put it in your mouth. And then so we saw him again on Bourbon Street, and it was like, because I had a hand grenade drink thing, and she had a hand grenade drink, and I was like, Shelby! And I was like, "Wah!" And then so we took
Take her tits off.
We all took a selfie together, and
Oh, was that? Okay, I saw that.
of all the ladies in the black dresses.
Yes.
With me
Okay.
and Priscilla, we
Yeah.
took a selfie.
Okay. I was wondering. Who
Then
the
we
fuck-
walked down to Larry Flint's Hustler
Yeah,
Club.
I heard about that.
because it was
Seen it.
free. No
Oh, it was
cover.
free?
Yeah.
When we were down
And-
there, it was not. It was a cover, but I don't remember how much
I don't
it
know.
was.
It was free, no cover. Now the Hustler Barely Legal Club had a cover.
And
And
I
you know
don't
what?
how
They
you
did
feel
not
about
look.
that, but I don't want to
Well,
leave
you know
the
what?
Barely
Let me
Legal
tell
Club.
you, it's a
How
little
old
bit-
are you?
I had a little bit of false advertising because those bitches did not look barely legal. And if they were,
She's like, I've been paying a mortgage for 2.5
She
fucking
is
years.
Like, she's like, I'm not 10, and I'm like, you look 78.
They get anybody in they can get.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
Will you show your tits to people randomly for free?
Okay, you're hired.
Yeah.
So we go to Hustler, and it was $5 for VIP, and so we paid the $5 for VIP.
That's pretty cheap.
Which VIP
Was the
gets you
balcony?
upstairs and on the balcony,
Okay.
and then we go out on the balcony, and there's like some weird dude out there with just bags of beads, and so he's like throwing beads.
How are
and
you?
He
Would you like some beads?
Hello, I come here once a year. I need to
Yeah.
see some tits, please.
and no, well, like he was very weird.
The sleeper.
And he was throwing to one certain type of girl, but he was like, he started talking to his,
what describe.
Just they're the own girl trying to take him out.
he
Dude,
was
no shit.
no.
When we were down there last year, I watched somebody fucking try to just catapult some fucking beads.
He
I think just shut her up.
He was
I've been there.
tall, skinny white guy, and he liked the black girls with the big boobs.
The
And so-
melatonin women.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm here with my girlfriend. This is our
And
first."
she's not here.
Oh
so
yeah,
she's-
no.
Girlfriend.
It was their first anniversary trip.
I paid.
And she got mad and left, and so he went to the strip club and was throwing beads. What? He was giving us bags of beads, and he would like run off and come back.
He's
with,
like, I
more
spent
bags.
$14,000 on these beads at this one souvenir
motherfucker-
shop.
This motherfucker went through at least 30 bags of beads. And they were like there was probably 10 or 15 necklaces in each bag. And I'm like, I don't know how much he was paying for them because it's a strip club. They're not giving them to you for free. But he'd walk out.
I mean, he might have gotten
would
some for free.
No, he would walk out with armful and he'd be like, here you go, and just like start handing them.
He's got a fourth mortgage on his
And-
home.
Go to the
So-
random gas station around. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need those beads.
So we
All of
were
them.
we were up there and just like, looking and dump them out.
Yeah.
And then they would
Dump 'em out?
They were dumping them out.
Yeah.
And then some of them. There was one lady we tried to get her to. She's good looking. She's an older lady, and she's with like this gray haired old man. And we're like,
Dump them
jumping
out.
And Harrison,
And she's like, I'm a great grandmother.
Harrison.
Are you talking to me?
Harrison got her
What?
attention and was like, "Come on," And she kind of looked and smiled and kept looking. And it was like, "We know you want to." And then later,
She's like, I'm a senator's wife.
after
Sir.
he had left, she came back and I saw her and I pointed at her and she like looked and I'm like, I was holding up beads and she started smiling and walked off. But yeah, like, dude, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like the people watching and from a balcony.
So
Amazing.
last year when we went for the concerts that we went to, we didn't get on a balcony.
Yeah, it'd be
And-
so fun.
Oh, the
Dude,
balcony is where it's at.
And when we got back, a bunch of my friends that go down to New Orleans all the time were like, oh, you gotta get on a balcony, you gotta get on one.
It's gonna
Y'all
be.
did it this year.
This is a
yearly trip.
a yearly trip.
So
now.
you've been to New Orleans, right?
Yeah, I went. Whenever I was 19,
yeah.
we were all underage, all had fake IDs,
Yeah.
going everywhere.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it's a great
allegedly
time.
you were underage.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
That was
Uh,
years ago. It's
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah,
fine.
it's
probably
good.
statute.
Right.
Yeah. Tell you what, them hand grenades.
Dude,
They get you.
They will.
They
all
will
the
get
frozen
you.
daggers. So Friday night, and
This
we
motherfucker is texting me at like Friday night, like, I don't know, it's like 10 o'clock our time. And he's like, I love you. I got Pringles. I'm drunk. I'm like, I love you too, brother.
I'm going
it
to
was
bed.
10 o'clock that time too. It's not a different
I
time
know,
zone.
but it was just funny because I was just like, what time?
and I
was
don't
like,
know
oh.
that I may have been passed out by then, but dude, those Pringles were so fucking good. there was a trail of Pringles in that hotel because I was just like,
So last year, hold on, I wanted to just go ahead and tell you, Mr. Mitch. So last year, Sheriff earns her nickname, the Sheriff, from Mr. Spanky.
hi.
And so I'm
Drunk-
dealing with
Trying to
She
shut
got
it down.
Sorry, she got it from Drunk Spanky.
Yeah,
it
she
was
got it from
not
Drunk
sober.
Spanky.
It
Yeah,
was not
sober
sober
Spanky would have been a little
Drunk
nicer.
Spanky was like, "You're a fucking sheriff of fun."
Yeah.
A thief
You're
of
ruining
joy.
my fun.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, goddamn, I get to deal with both of you now. So
Whatever.
We
Don't
get-
act like you were sober.
Yeah,
You and I were fucking
Hammered.
hammered.
So we get into the room, Sheriff and I, and then she's like, I didn't hear the door shut. You should go look. Walk out. And Spanky's short ass is falling into the wall, essentially. He's like, the slaw.
I can't stand up straight. I've been there.
So he falls on the ground as me and his wife are laughing at him.
Because I'm kind of holding onto the wall, so it's not like
no,
I just
no,
fell
no.
fast. It was like literally.
He was like
the
this.
Need something to brace myself here.
Right,
Yeah.
but it was like the slow fall, and I
Yeah.
just kind of melted into the floor, and they're over there laughing.
Because I could not. I was almost pissing myself laughing. So
Yeah.
then I had to just, his wife was like, can you help me get him in? I was like, yeah. So then I drag him by the feet into his room.
Harrison,
Helped you in this year.
yeah, he helped me.
I heard
this year.
I heard about that.
Like we ate early.
Yeah. That was
at
your
like
mistake.
3, and we didn't
Who
eat.
eats at 3? God, did you even go to Luby's?
Oh, maybe it was 4, but it was early because they had just gotten in, and so they were like,
We're ready for dinner."
hungry. And so we ate, thinking we would eat again, and then we went a little hard in the paint,
Yeah.
and we got the frozen daiquiris.
Yeah.
We got a purple drink, and then we got a no, sorry,
Uh-huh.
we got the
Purple drink, then the syrup.
we had hurricanes.
Syrup.
We had hurricanes at Pat O'Brien's, and then we had some daiquiri.
Oh, was our same guy over at Pat O'Brien's?
We did see him, but he was not ours.
Fuck, that guy's
Yeah.
so good. He comes in clutch.
But
Yeah.
and
Super
then we
nice
got daiquiris, and then we went down and went to kind of the French market and got some beignets at Cafe du Monde, and then on the way back, we
Did it still
stopped-
smell like shit?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we went back.
It's bad.
That whole city smells like shit.
That's because it's all like a big swamp. And
Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah,
really,
it's
it's
bad.
like, yeah.
that's why they
it
all
smells
bury him
like-
above
it-
ground.
Yeah.
It smells like shit. I mean, but so when we went back, we
Great
hit,
city, just smells of poop.
we hit that MRB
Oh,
bar.
yeah.
And we got the green drink,
Uh-huh.
and that fucked everybody.
Yeah.
And then so we went to the pool because it was kind of, I want to say it was like 5 or 6. It was like,
Yeah,
let's
you
go
guys
to
were in the pool pretty early.
And then we had some drinks at the pool, and the hotel drinks were like,
Hitting hard.
"Hi, we want you to die.
Yeah.
You know, here you go."
Yeah.
It's
And-
bedtime. Here you go.
Yeah. And
Yeah, no
next thing I
shit.
know, one of the girls that went look over, and she's in the chair, and she's got like a towel kind of covering her, and it's like head goes over, and it's just blah. And-
Is that what you have when you were down there? Did you puke at all?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I didn't puke
and
either, but
she puked,
yeah, got close.
She puked
It's
a
pretty rare
lot.
if I.
And
do
then they came by,
Challenge the temperature.
and they were like, "It's 8:00. Pool's closed. You need to go." And so,
Did they clean up the puke?
no, I mean,
Hose
Harrison,
it down, probably.
Harrison and Mariah did. They were being
Okay.
nice. They were like, "Well, we'll get
Yeah.
it," and she puked on the towel, so it wasn't like she just
okay.
puked straight on the ground. I think there was
So
some on
gave it to the
ground.
laundry keeper.
Yeah, yeah.
Just throw that towel away.
It was. Hey,
Yeah,
let's
don't
just-
wash that shit. It's gonna
let's
fuck
just say
everything else up.
It was very reminiscent of when we went to night trips. You know,
For you?
for me,
Yeah.
because she was just like, you know, and
I held Spanky's beard back from his mouth whenever we
all
were
I
in
remember
night
is
trips.
you pat me on the back, going, "He'll be all right, buddy,"
Yeah.
and some guy walking in going, "Oh," as I'm fucking
He was puking so hard, and I was like,
yeah,
"It's not
I
even-"
heard about that.
not
Yeah.
even in the toilet, just
Yeah.
at the toilet.
He was
you
getting
know?
mostly in the toilet, but
Yeah.
It's all right.
yeah,
It's just-
we all have that.
You know
You're
what?
having a
Night
good. You're having a
trips-
good time.
Night
Yeah,
Trips
yeah.
has the smallest bathroom, like men's bathroom. One
Dude, I
stall,
don't know if you know this. Is you don't
one
really,
stall
you're not going
and-
there to piss. You're going
one
there to look at
stall
tits.
and one urinal, and I'm like, thank God somebody wasn't in that stall.
No shit.
Get out of my way.
But yeah, so
Let me fix that real fast.
we go take her back up to her room, and then they're all trying to get her like situated, and me and Harrison are laughing, and then they're like, you know, get her in the shower, and so we're all like, hey, 3 ladies in the shower, and then I'm like, I gotta pee, so I'm in the fucking bathroom with my dick out, and
Should we?
peeing.
Okay.
No,
I was like, should we be
was.
talking about
No,
this?
no,
yeah.
no.
Yeah,
was-
Mitch is over here like, I know what you're talking
Peeing
about.
or what?
Honestly,
Yeah.
it was like, I gotta pee.
Yeah.
And so
Don't look over here.
And then they get her in bed, and I'm laying on the floor, and I'm like, again, I'm on the floor, and I'm just like, this floor is so comfortable. And like I had my head on the bathroom tile, and the bathroom tile was so cold, and I'm just like, this feels so good. And they're like,
Like a goddamn.
It must be
Yeah.
how dogs feel when they.
yeah,
lay
I
on
was
the-
like, yeah, that's what Rex was doing earlier today.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Priscilla tried to get me up, and
I was getting frantic texts from your wife. She was like, I don't know if his diabetes are going to be okay.
I was fine.
She was like, I don't know. I was like, well, he's in.
I was fine.
He was texting me all night. I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, first off, well, he's still texting me while he's apparently in front of you, and like also
And
He
then
cares more about me than you.
Yeah. They got she was right.
No.
And she was right there.
no, she was like, I'm worried about his A1C. I was like, well, he's eating
Like
Pringles,
my
so-
shit will alarm if it's too high or too
Well,
low.
and I said I basically texted your wife. I was like, hey, if my husband starts to die, his alarm will start going off, and it won't sound like his regular alarm. It will be his
Yeah.
diabetic alarm.
Yeah.
Then call 911.
because she's heard it before,
Yeah.
and she's like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's,
The sound you've heard a few times, that's when you should get alarms. But
yeah.
yeah.
And
So
usually it's like if I sleep on it, it'll
Yeah.
like, oh, we've lost connection, and it beeps like,
Yeah, my sister's a diabetic too, so she's
Yeah.
got.
you have a
all
sister?
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
She
two
hot?
two of them.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 2 sisters,
Older or younger?
both younger.
Oh, okay. All right.
One's 2 years younger, lives
stop.
in
No.
Meeker. Other one in Wichita.
did you just? You're the one that asked if
No.
they were
Yeah.
hot.
yeah.
I'm
No.
like, punch him in the dick.
I
like, no.
They're both married.
yeah. pretty-
Happily.
I mean,
I'm asking for Belle.
I don't think Belle will be seeing my sisters.
I would not let him near them.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't let Belle near my fucking grandmother.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Belle's fuck my great grandmother. All right.
No, it's good times. I love New Orleans, and this is gonna be.
Yeah, I'd be down to go
year-
again, man.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
That'd be a great
next
time.
June we're gonna do it
Every June.
Every June.
Well, like,
probably
The
end
weekend trip, what you guys did, it's about
Yeah.
perfect too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we
It's
did
not
it
like a
last,
big long,
we should have
Yeah.
like honestly one more day.
like a 3-day, 4-day
like,
weekend.
Like fly out on like
Thursday. Yeah.
and so
Have you all day Friday for the city being kind of quiet?
right, and so it'd
Saturday.
be like half a day Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday, and fly out Sunday. That
That's the money
Be
shot.
ideal.
the
Yeah.
because we had a lot of fun. We didn't really have any set plans,
Yeah.
so we just kind of like did
Did
what
you
we
get on
wanted.
the
Yeah.
airboat again?
We did not, and
Okay.
that's
Airboat.
where
Oh, we went on the airboat last
Yeah,
year. And
no,
it was
see,
a
and
shit.
Get some
that-
gators.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that is
I'll
where
tell you off mic. Yeah. it's pretty
that's
fun.
where I'm like, to me, 3 days or 2.5 days would be perfect because you get like the first night you can kind of eat and hang out,
Yeah.
and then like it gives you Friday or Saturday to go actually do like
the
something,
fun shit. Yeah.
and then the rest of
Hardcore.
the time to
Yeah.
to
Oh,
do,
party hard.
yeah. But it was fun, and our hotel we were right on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
and,
That hotel's
You definitely don't want to go any more than walking distance from Bourbon
Well,
Street.
no, and so we stayed at it last year, and it's really nice.
Yeah, that hotel last year.
and you can walk anywhere,
Clutch.
pretty much anywhere, and it's got a pool, and so that was nice too. Because
Yeah, having the pool in the middle of the day whenever you've been out in the morning, kind of gone through lunch, and then like you're
Sweating
like,
a little
oh,
bit.
dude.
Go.
It's just it's the shit.
and the fucking air conditioners in that hotel go down to 45.
45.
I have
He
a
went
picture-
down to
I have a-
45 last year, and we're like, oh shit! So I was doing the same in mine.
But did
And-
it actually?
It
got
gets down to like
It,
55.
it got to a point I had to turn it back up. It was so fucking cold.
Yeah.
Like look at that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, I'm getting my fucking money's worth, and it's
Oh,
doing
that's
some
an.
work.
I would have done the same thing.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
like
First
and
thing you do,
yeah,
hotel.
like, and I put it in VIP mode, and it went down to 32, and I was like, "There's no way this thing's going to 32."
Here we have the Nola Street Gravy right there.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
a-
wear open shoes in New Orleans.
No.
And I was like watching something else this weekend where there was some other people I knew that was down there. I was like, oh God, what are you doing with open toe shoes?
Especially when they come in and clean the streets after.
Now,
Dude,
you would
it's
be,
so bad.
You would be proud of me. I did not drink the street drink.
Yeah,
thought
I,
about it.
I
The
got the
thought
text
cro-
message.
Some
Thought
rain,
crossed my
random.
mind. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, street drink. And I was like, no.
Now that
Yeah,
picture
like-
looks like it's during the daytime though. At nighttime,
Is it
It was.
uh,
What? No, it's a shooter that's in there. The little
Ugh.
test tube thing.
No,
But
it
it was
looks like a
still
dick on the hole.
Oh,
The whole
no.
thing.
It's one of those big yard things.
Yeah, the yardsticks. Yeah, so Mitch, we're gonna go down there next year. You should invite all your family and your friends.
Yeah.
my wife wants to go for sure.
Oh yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
go
that
next
would be a
year.
good
We're gonna-
time.
yeah, the sheriff and her will love it.
We
Yeah.
we need to do club style. Like we're probably not gonna ride down there. Just
Oh yeah,
That's
you
a-
fly
that's a
in.
ways.
Yeah, you
off,
fly in, fly out.
fly in, fly out. But like whoever can go, and like I think we should do a big fucking trip, and
Yeah, it'd be
it'll
dope.
be
Yeah.
a ball, you
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah,
if anybody wants to go on a fucking airboat, and
dude, I'm gonna go
get
on
it.
it.
The airboat was one of the funnest.
Have you been
things
on an
I've
airboat
ever
yet?
done.
I've never been on an airboat.
Dude,
Dude,
it's the shit.
it-
It's
it
literally the shit.
was-
It's so fucking.
It
cool.
looks fun.
dude.
Yeah.
It's so
I've seen
fucking-
swamp people.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and you don't think. I mean, you think it's gonna be fun.
It's so much more fun.
It's more fun than what you think it's gonna.
Yeah,
be.
because like so last year we were hanging out talking to the airboat operator captain.
One of them guy. This one guy, and he's like, I also race my truck.
How many teeth did he have?
He had a bunch of them, but we were
was
talking
missing a couple.
Yeah. So we're talking to him. We're hanging out with him, having a good time, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this has a 572 in it. Like, you know, the one I have at home is a short deck. Blah 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 blah. It's got a nitrous shot in it." And we're like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Dude, he's going on about it. Like,
yeah."
And then
they start it up, and it's just like
it's got it's got the hog ass cam in it. Yeah, like it's got hot for teacher cam in it.
Better hold on.
Yeah.
You know, it was fast. It was good, but it was not as crazy as I thought it would be. So
I mean, I bet it gets
with like 8 people in it.
I'm sure he can get crazy because there was a couple of times he came around the corner and he's just like floating it, and you're like,
he's probably like, I'm on a tour right now. I'm gonna take it easy.
I have this old couple in here. I don't want to give them a heart attack.
He's like, I'm trying to get my tip money.
Yeah,
right.
So
trying to get paid for this.
So if we had could you imagine that if we did like the 8 one and all of us and we're like, $100 scare the wives.
$100 a piece for scaring the wives.
Exactly. And they're all gonna be like, oh my God. And we're like, yes.
Yes. Okay, so Mr. Mitch, would you like to come back on?
No.
All right,
Man,
never mind.
Great time.
Yep. So you'll come back on. We're hitting the end of the show. So is there anything you want to talk to or tell us about or anything like that?
Just having a great time with you. T-Bar Thursday. Just show up.
You really sound like that was coerced. Who told you to say that?
Just show up.
Was it Hanson?
Blink.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blink if you're in danger.
No, I'll tell you what, man. Great times.
Threaten you with
show
sexual violence.
Whoa. Yes, he did.
I mean, he's
meet some cool people.
Yeah.
Go on rides.
Well, we should actually
make some friends.
We should actually do more riding because as a group, we don't really ride a whole lot.
We don't.
Yeah.
We've ridden like
we have, but the last time we rode, it was like it rained. When we rode as a
that was miserable.
That 200 miles in the rain, like fuck. That's part of the reason I left OFR too, because it was like there's a 10%.
It didn't fucking rain.
I don't
dickhead.
care. There was a 10% chance, and that's 10% more than I'm.
That's probably part of me putting that through his head. It's like, I'm just gonna rain. I'm gonna go home too.
Yeah, you said it was gonna rain. I was like, oh.
You're like, don't leave me, and I'm like, get fucked.
It's like I just want to go home.
My back and that cot. No.
My back, my neck, my pussy, and my crack.
So you're saying you have a pussy.
Yeah, just show up.
It's outside now.
What? Do the thing.
What?
Your cat.
Oh, yeah, my cat's outside. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? All right, Mitch, where can they find you at on Instagram or Facebook or whatever you want?
Instagram is MJ Kangas.
It's not MG, it's MJ.
MJ. Mitchell Drome is my middle name.
Jerome is your middle name?
Drome is my middle name.
Really?
Yeah. It's my great-grandparents' last name.
Huh. What?
So, yeah.
All right, cool. Fair enough.
Kangas. Yeah. 2310.
Yeah. The year is super cool.
Frat number.
Wait, you were in a fraternity?
I was.
God, we got to stop fucking talking so we can get all the shit out of the guests.
Part of the reason I dropped out of school.
Which one?
Sigma Chi.
Well, nice.
I thought that was a ladies
Oklahoma
one.
State. No.
You went to OSU?
OSU.
What was your what was your major?
General.
Yeah.
I dropped out. I dropped out.
What was his major? Drinking at the tumbleweed.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I didn't go to OSU anymore.
How far did you make it into OSU before?
Oh, just a year.
That's pretty good. I didn't make it a year into I didn't make it a year to any of my college.
I was like, not for me.
I almost did. I almost rushed. No, I made it through college. I almost rushed though, but I was like, eh.
No, we didn't really rush. We were from Stillwater, so they kind of just contacted us.
I was old.
There were people in it already, and they were just...
Yeah, they're like, come on.
Did someone just go, Mitch, come over here?
Yeah, pretty much.
Be part of my fraternity.
Me and one of the other buddies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
I'm glad you didn't make it through college because it made you get to here. Yeah. So
probably wouldn't have known you guys. Probably be in some office somewhere.
You'd probably be actually smart and rich.
You'd be like Wolf of Wall Street, doing coker.
Hey, having fun, making memories now, buddy.
Yeah. He's doing what? What did you say? Did you do cokers and hookers?
No, I said he'd probably be like Wolf of Wall Street doing coke off a hooker's butthole.
I mean, he could do that now. He's a grown-ass adult. He's not going to. He has a respectable man. Mitch is a respectable man. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and end the show now. So, MJ Kangas.
2310.
2310 at Instagram or
Instagram.
on
Yeah.
Instagram.
I'm on Facebook, but
Yeah, I don't follow him on Instagram.
yeah,
That's
I'm
okay.
not a
Yeah.
marketplace guy.
That's what he
Peace.
has. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Mitch. All right. So we're going to keep doing OnlyFans episodes. We're going to keep bringing fans on. Also, this is a really good episode. Thank you, Mitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Check out our OnlyFans page.